Yo,
What's happening, Cade? How you doing today?
just chilling, bro. Just got off work.
Oh yeah, what you do when you're not doing MMA?
Sales.
Yeah, that sucks. I do the same shit, regardless. Man, I'm just sending out some invites here. I got 2 devices going, man. My bad. I had a speaker, Dead Pigs. Invite to speak. What up, Dead Pigs? What up, Rhino? I see Todd over there. Todd, I've been watching more and more of your videos lately, man. Yeah, just have. I don't know, falling in my rotation more. I liked the Bellator 1 deal that you did over there, bud. Zaza, what's happening? Andrew, what's going on, bud? See if I got all that working right there. Everybody hear me?
Yo, what's good, everyone?
Yeah, you good. What's up, guys?
Nice. Man, everybody seen them BKFC fights this weekend?
Mike Perry, baby. That shit was
Yeah.
entertaining.
Always is. I like BKFC. I always have. Like I've always said it's nice. I think they do a nice production. I didn't catch the whole card. I seen the last 3 fights. I got in there right as Ben was in the ring, all pieced up, bloody and swollen, talking about I'll be the 185-pound champion, or 285-pound champion. I'm like, oh fuck, I missed that one. Like, I figured that was a banger. I don't go back and watch BKFC. It's not like UFC, but I don't know. I like them fights, man. I think they're pretty sweet.
Luke Rockhold said that he needs gloves next fight.
If Luke Rockhold gets another fight, a whole commission should be fired. A whole fucking commission should be fired if Luke Rockhold gets another fight, man. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say to that. That's fucking dead serious. That's fucking tragic. I can't believe that guy still fights. There's some people, man, you just, at some point, you kind of got to protect them from themselves. Luke Rockhold needs somebody to protect him from himself. I feel like I'm being a dick when I say it, but like, he's one bad episode away from making some Stephan Bonner breakdown videos, bro. Like, he is. Someone needs to control that guy. Don't laugh, Dead Pics. I wasn't trying to make jokes. Whatever, man. Fuck it. It is what it is, right? All right. So I got a couple scratch it or bet it. Usman's probably on his way in. A few more guys. So after last weekend's fights, Song could compete for the 135-pound title right now. Scratch it or bet it.
135-pound?
Scratch.
Scratch.
Yeah, same here.
Scratch, bro. He just lost to what's his name and to Sandhagen, and then he came back and beat Ricky, who's like the number. I don't know, what is he, 10th ranked?
Yeah, I agree. I think 135 is pretty gridlocked up at the top, to be honest, man. I think it's a tough division. Man, I just approved that. Did it kick him out because I approved
Scratch.
it? Weird.
He doesn't throw enough him.
No, I can't. I don't really think he can. I just try to get a couple of them off the card before. Okay, Russian Ronda, Irina Alekseeva or whatever it is, will make a 135-pound title run in the UFC. Scratch it or bet it.
Who? I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
The Russian Ronda, the one that just beat
Scratch. Scratch.
Yeah, bro, she was a huge
I think she
hype
can be a
job.
gatekeeper and be ranked at one point, but
Do you?
not a title contender. I mean, dude, her aggressiveness,
Yeah.
and then she showed some good jiu-jitsu. I mean, dude, she's aggressive for weight class. That scared me.
What division does she fight in?
What'd you say, Kate? I didn't hear you, bud.
What division does she fight in again?
Man, I might not be able to hear Kate. You guys hear him saying anything?
Yeah, I hear him. Cade, he can't hear you. I think you might have to back out and re-enter.
He just caught up. Go. Yeah, he bounced. That's fine. That's fine. Sanko, I'll get you on the mic here, bud. Let's get Cade back on the mic here. Add a speaker. See if that helps out. Spaces suck since they did whatever update they did
I
to
said, what
Spaces.
division does she fight at?
135.
I mean, to be fair, when Amanda bounces, bro, that division's wide the fuck open.
Yeah, it's not a very good division if I'm being honest, bro. Like if there's a division where someone could be, 7 out of 10 skill level and get ran up to the top, that might be the place, bro. Like that might be the place. All right, one more and then I'll do a quick recap of the card and then we'll just move right on. I know I say his last name messed up, but CAIO
Borralho.
Yeah, I always say I get it wrong. We'll get a top 10 guy in his next fight. Scratch it or bet it.
I'll bet that shit. I wouldn't be
Me,
surprised.
me too, bro. I actually think he will get a title shot. I do think he will get one. Or not a title shot, a top 10 guy. I think that dude belongs in the top 10, bro. I think he's there. I was a little doubtful for whatever hating ass reason. Like I think that Michelle or Mikael or however you say it, I think that dude's good. So I mean, I threw a little shade, figuring like, if he can keep it on the feet, it didn't matter, bro. Kyle fucking handled that dude, bro. I definitely think he deserves a top 10 shot. Yeah. So I'll run over last weekend's card really quick because I always like to look up stats, and then we'll just bounce right on to this week's card. It'll only take me a minute or two to run it down. So UFC Fight Night 223 or UFC Vegas 72. They do all these weird fucking names. Took place at the Apex. The main event streamed on ESPN Plus, following the prelims on ESPN2, which was also on ESPN Plus. They didn't make the gate public. 11 fights total, 2 hours, 1 minute of fight time. 5 fights went the distance. All of them ended in unanimous decision. Couldn't ask for better consistency in refs, relative to what we've gotten lately. That left 6 total finishes, 2 KOs, 4 submissions. Betting favorites went 5 and 6 on the card. Debuting fighters went 4 and 1 on the card. Betting favorites fell to 7 and 7 in UFC headliners this year, and it has been pretty even. It's like they're going 1 and 1. As I've been tracking it. Song, Kaio, Vieira, and McGee all received $50,000 for performance of the night. Total pay on the night is estimated around $1.55 million. That's 250 grand in performance bonuses, or I'm sorry, 450 grand in performance bonuses, 150 grand in compliance pay, and the rest was all base pay. They did sell VIP tickets, but I have no idea how many because they didn't release any of the gate numbers. That's the card. Yeah, that's all I got to say about it. If anybody got anything they want to bring up about it, I'm gonna lap it out here. You can grab the mic. Other than that, I'm gonna move on to this week's card. All right. So this week's card is UFC 288, Sterling versus Cejudo. It will take place at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Will consist of 14 bouts featuring 10 top 15 fighters, 2 fights with possible title shot implications, and at the top of the card, will see the return of an vacated, not defeated champion for the men's bantamweight title. The card had 5 canceled fights. Lightweight fight between Charles Oliveira and Beneil Dariush canceled. Petrovsky versus Petrosian was canceled. Nate Maness versus Zalgas was canceled. Zalgas is now fighting Rafael. Bryce Mitchell was supposed to fight Jonathan Pierce. Then he was supposed to fight Avalov. Now Mitchell's out, and Avalov will fight Diego Lopez, which makes no fucking sense. Yeah, and as of 9:35 p.m. Eastern time tonight, you could still buy tickets for the event. So that it sold out shit doesn't seem to be going real well for them. All right, that's all I got. Andrew, you gonna do tape tonight, bud? Tail of the tape? He's protesting.
I think that's a maybe.
Yeah, that's a possibly. I ain't heard him speak. He might have just jumped in and might not be available yet. I know he's got his daughter on these nights and shit, so that's all right. I got it up.
It's his excuse, at least. Uses his kid as an excuse to not be the co-host. Come on, Andrew, be a better person.
Andrew always comes through, bro. We moved it up a little bit on him. It used to be a little bit later. We've pushed it up. I'm not real mad at him. I'll kick it off. So, first fight of the night, I'm going to use UFCstats.com. I actually know that these are in different orders in various places, but I'm going to use UFCstats.com for the order. First fight of the night is Daniel Santos versus Johnny Munoz Jr. Santos is a minus 165 favorite. Munoz is a plus 140 dog. Tail of the tape. Santos is 5'7" with 67 inches of reach. Munoz is 5'9" with 71 inches of reach. They're fighting at 135 pounds. Santos only has 2 UFC fights, so reading off all the statistics for strikes landed versus and takedowns attempted and all that stuff it's not really relevant when they don't have that many fights. So I'm not going to do that. Daniel is 3-2 in his last 5. He's got 2 KO wins and he's lost 2 decisions. He snatched an armbar. Johnny is also 3-2 in his last 5. Got knocked out in the first round 2 fights ago. 4 fights ago, dropped a unanimous decision. I didn't tape any of the fights tonight. I always run through them all. I look at all the stats, read all the numbers. I do end up highlighting a lot of fighters. Did not highlight these guys. But I remember we seen Arce keep Santos on the feet and beat the fucking brakes off of him. So I know there's a path for Munoz. And I know Munoz doesn't fade. So if he can figure out how to put his hands on Daniel, he might have a path, but I've got nothing on this fight other than not to go the distance. No one was even on tape for this fight. So anybody on this fight at all? You motherfuckers protesting me tonight or something, bro? Crickets on top of crickets on top of crickets.
Well, I did work this week, so I had 2 fights of my own. So I don't know about these other guys.
All right.
If we look at it, if we give it a little bit of a quick breakdown, obviously it's the opening card. I do agree with you on the ideas of not going to a decision or anything. These guys got nothing to lose, and they're trying to make faces for themselves. They're both in a pretty good age to, really give a lot of heart. 30 years old and 28 years old, it's time to make yourself look pretty good. When your name's the Willy Cat, I guess you got to do something because you have a crazy nickname. So you got to live up to some kind of live action. So, and when you look at comparison, technically Daniels has got the reach disadvantage, height disadvantage. So this Johnny guy, I think he's pretty much all a stand-up dude, but he's also been into some jiu-jitsu good gyms, I think, where he's at. So, I think it's a scary fight to get into because it could just go either way. That's kind of the reason why I haven't really researched too much on it when I first reviewed it just on paper.
Yeah, plus be honest, bro. It's not
It's a
it's
pick
not
'em
the
fight.
fucking
It's a pick 'em fight.
yeah, it's not the fight to fucking do the tape on anyway. No one signed up for it for a reason. That's all right. I can lap it out after 6 minutes. We stretched the shit out of that one 6 minutes. Because that was stretching. Thanks, Rhino. Next fight on the card is Joseph Holmes versus Claudio Ribeiro. Holmes is a plus 180 dog. Ribeiro is a minus 210 favorite. I check all these odds at the beginning of the day here, so things could have changed or your books may be different, but that's what I got. Tail of the tape on these boys. Joseph Holmes is 6'4", 80 inches of reach. Claudio Ribeiro is 6'1", 77 inches of reach. So Holmes has got 3 inches of reach and 3 inches of height on him. Both guys land at a clip of over 3 per minute and absorb just under 3 per minute. But Ribeiro's only got 2 fights in the UFC. So again, those stats are somewhat slanted or limited. In their last 5, Holmes is 3-2. Claudio is 4-1. Claudio got knocked out in his last fight, but even before that, he was riding a 4-fight KO streak. And then I will not be betting this fight. In my opinion, we could see knockout of the night. I know they don't actually call it knockout of the night. They just give a performance bonus now, but what would be considered the knockout of the night, I think, is live here. There's 2 fights tonight where I think it's live. I will 100% be parlaying or betting fight not to go the distance. I did not do tape though, but 100% on fight not to go the distance. Will did do tape though. Will, no one spoke to me since I started this card. Are you there, bro?
Yes, what's up? So, what I saw from tape is that Ribeiro is an aggressive counter striker with powerful shots and good when he's moving forward. He has really big hands and shows good strength when he was defending takedowns from a judo black belt in Al Hassan. He likes to throw one big shot at a time, and when he lands, his opponents usually fold. Holmes has a large frame and is tall for the weight class, but overall, he doesn't seem that dangerous on the feet and lacks some volume, in my opinion. I feel like he could throw more. He does have more high experienced rounds than Ribeiro. He is also on the last fight of his contract, and Ribeiro was just knocked out in his last fight. So what I'm getting at first is the prop. Since Holmes is on the last fight of his contract and Ribeiro just got knocked out, I can see the first round being a little slow and involve moments of Holmes pushing Ribeiro up against the fence or Holmes using his footwork to and reach to evade Ribeiro's big power. I think the fight will reach round 2, so that's my prop. Fight to reach round 2. The over under is 1.5, so it could be bettable, it could be not. I might put it in the parlays. Ultimately, I have to ask myself, why is Holmes on a pay-per-view, though? He's not that exciting of a fighter, and I do think Claudio will eventually catch him or have the power in the punch and the exchanges, which will look good for the judges. But I really don't think this is going to go to the judges. I think it ends in round 2 or 3. But Holmes also, over the holidays, was just on the look for a new coach and team because James Krause, you can't really coach with him anymore. So he has 3 new coaches for this fight. And ultimately, I think Ribeiro is going to catch him in round 2 or 3. So that's like Ribeiro, prop, fight to start round 2. Boom.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you there at all. Like, I'm taking Joe, but it's just because I like him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not picking a side. I'm not taking one on bet. Nice take, bro. I like how you broke that down. The way it would get to round 2, I thought that was slick. Anybody else on this fight betting it? Just looking at it? Well, I guess that's that. If I was you, I would bet Ribeiro, and I would bet round 2 to start because Will usually fucking crushes this shit. I'm gonna laugh that out. Andrew, we got you back yet?
Still rocking the baby.
It's all right. It's all right. Next up, we have Raphael. I believe it's
Well, I'm gonna
Estevam.
love listening to Joe read these names.
Kiss my ass. And Zalgus. Zalgus. That's what I'm calling him, bro. I'm not gonna Zumagulov. That's how you say that. Zalgus Zumagulov
That
versus
was perfect.
Raphael.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Everybody clapped some hands. That was talented for kebab over here.
The original fight here was Nate Maness versus Zumagulov. So just so everybody is aware, the tail of the tape on this fight is Raphael is 5'8", 69 inches of reach. Zalgus is 5'4", 66 inches of reach. So 4 inches shorter, 3 inches lacking in reach. Raphael doesn't have enough UFC fights to throw the stats back and forth. He's only got one, and it was actually a Dana White Contender Series fight. This is his UFC debut, and his Dana White Contender Series fight was in 2021. If I recall, he had visa issues. That might be the wrong guy, but I think he had visa issues. He is on an 11-fight winning streak. He's got 3 KOs in his last 5 wins. Zalgus is 14-8, 1-5 in the UFC, 1-5 in his last 5. My notes on this fight are every time Zalgus fights, I have to hear 800 excuses why he's not 6-0 in the UFC. I don't feel like I need to know anything about Raphael because I know enough about Zalgus. He's a fade. I'm on Raphael because Zalgus is a fade. No matter how many times people try to convince me he should be 6-0 in the UFC. I did not do tape though, so don't take my shit to the bank. Gary, you did do tape on this, bro. What did you see? Gary. All right, you boys are like officially protesting me or fucking with me tonight or something. Like everybody's here on the mic, but nobody's responded. Anybody else on this fight?
Well,
I
Gary
actually don't
watched a lot
see
of tape on it.
Gary's in the room. I don't see him, but
I didn't even see Gary up here.
Yeah, I don't see him here either.
Well, you asked for a ghost, and you wonder whether or not talking back to you, Joe.
Kiss ass. It's Cade. I seen the C and thought it was Gary, man. You got my bad. Well,
I mean, it's obviously a young gun. I mean, this kid's 26. He's coming in here. He's got a guy who's coming off of 2 split decisions. Obviously, he can stand in the ring. No, he's definitely a small flyweight. So they're really trying to get rid of him. I mean, this fight's definitely for the young cat to come in and win.
trying to get rid of him. Bro, they're keeping him forever. He's lost his last fucking 3.
He must have just been contract oriented, but he's also like he's not getting knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. He
It's
is
also flyweight.
Wait, he got knocked out a couple fights.
They can't afford to get rid of flyweights. They need as many as they can have.
That's a struggling division. Well, without Gary here, I'm gonna call that one. I know the dude on tape on the next one is here, so I'm gonna lap this one out. Hopefully Gary shows up because I'm curious to know who he's on that fight. Yeah, I assume he's not on Zalgus though. I haven't heard him say, but I assume he's not. Up next, Phil Haas versus Ikram Aliskerov. I don't know how close I am, guys. Aliskerov is a minus 210 favorite. Haas is a plus 180 dog. Tail of the tape on this fight is Phil Haas is 6 foot, 77 inches of reach. Ikram is 6 foot, 76 inches of reach. So they're pretty even there. Ikram's got 1 UFC fight, and it was a Dana White Contender Series fight, so you can't really run the stats on it. Haas is 3-2 in his last 5. He's been knocked out in the first round twice in his last 5. Ikram is 5-0 in his last 5. He's hit 3 Kimuras for W's in his last 5. Yeah, for whatever that's worth, if you bet those crazy props or, pick the dead-on submission, that dude has hit 3 Kimuras. Phil is a talented guy. Didn't look too much into this fight. I'm not overly familiar with Ikram. I have no bets, no picks. I know Rhino did do tape on this fight, bro. What do you got?
Basically, it's a hell of a fight to call. I mean, Phil Haas is kind of all over the place. He wins some, he loses some, sometimes with doing some stupid stuff. I mean, he's a smaller guy for the division, but he deals with it pretty good. He's a very aggressive fighter. He swings with some hard punches that you got to watch. Even when he gets a little wiggly, when he gets popped, he actually can recover pretty fast, and it doesn't look like he's hurt that much. I don't know if that chin's going to, he's 34, and one of these times he's just going to finally drop. But like you said, our boy over here, Akram is what I've been calling him, is got only one loss, and that's to Khamzat Chimaev. So that's a hell of a person to have as your only freaking L. So I really have to say that when I watched his tape, he's definitely exactly what you would expect from a Russian. He's got power grappling, gets a hold of some guys. His Contender Series fight was pretty entertaining. He was actually getting pieced up a little bit. The guy was a lot bigger than him with a big reach advantage, and he just ate the strikes. Got I think one takedown, kind of scratched pretty easily from the guy's length. But then once he got a hold of him, he went to the ground and then, did his little Kimura in like 10 seconds. Before you even realized it was on the ground, the fight was over. So, I mean, obviously, the other part that stuck out to me, Phil Haas has never been taken down. Even when he fights guys bigger than him, they don't take him down. He's also fought some of the Russian guys that have come over in his past. But, I think it's more of a live fight betting-wise. Akram's got a lot of, eyes on him to see if he's really going to be something with his record and how many finishes he has coming. It's not like he's fighting slouches. He's been in Eagle FC. He's been, fighting guys with decent records all over. So it's a good matchup. I would say it's a live bet. If I have to make a guess on it, I will go with the Akram for a possible decision because I don't think he's going to finish Phil Haas. Phil Haas, I don't see him actually. I think we'll know right when it starts if he's going to be able to handle this guy's grappling like he has everybody else. If he starts going the wrong way, well, then of course we know who the champion's going or who's going to be the winner of this. But I don't think Haas. I think we'll know if Haas actually shows up, and if he does what he's done against other people, and this guy's kind of a slouch, then he's going to win him in a decision. So I'll go with Akram to win with a submission. But if he doesn't get a submission, Haas gets the decision.
Nice. Anybody else on this fight? Man, no surprise actually.
I don't think anybody watches tape besides us.
No, Tape Crew hits it, and I think that's about it. I've been trying to get into it, and I highlight them all lately. Anyways, that's all right. Up next is the most exciting fight. Oh wait. Usman, how you doing, bro?
He's in the listener area. He stuck his hand up.
He's on the mic.
Yo, what it do, guys?
What up, bud?
I am taking my baby a bath right now. I didn't do tape on this, but I will let y'all know one of my favorite fades is Gym God Stories. And I don't know if y'all remember, but Phil Haas according to everybody and their mother, is a gym god. He is the best person in the gym. He is going to be a future champion, according to all of his partners and everybody in the gym. So that tells me fade his ass into oblivion. I don't know if I'll take this fight, but if I'm going to do something on my opening parlay, I'm probably going to fade him.
Yeah, I can't blame you.
I agree. It's a tough fight to say. I mean, when you look at Alkrum, or however the hell you say his name, he's definitely all around looks like a future prospect. He's only 30 years old. He's fighting top contention around the world over there. So, I mean, this is a tough fight for Phil. And yeah, I'd stay away from it too. This is not a fight to bet on because who knows what's really going to happen. Live wise, if it just goes one side and Phil Haas looks like he's getting manhandled in the grappling game, then obviously he's going to lose. But I don't see that happening because no one's ever taken him down in the UFC. He's got a decent track record at this point. You got to give him some respect.
Well, there ain't nobody here to dispute you more than that. I'm going to lap this one. Up next is the most exciting fighter in the UFC, Parker Porter versus Braxton Smith. Sorry, man. Parker Porter's just not a guy I get really excited about. I know a lot of people do, but I don't. Parker Porter is 6 foot with 75 inches of reach. Braxton Smith, we've got no stats on him, nothing on UFCstats.com. Let me see real quick. I'll switch over. Sherdog has him at 5'9", 265 pounds, which would. All right, fuck. Okay, so he's 5'9". Parker Porter's 6 foot. So Parker Porter's got a 3-inch height advantage, and we'll assume a little bit of a reach advantage. Braxton is 5-1, making his UFC debut. He's 5-0 in his last 5. He has 5 first-round KO finishes in his last 5, and last knocked a dude out in March of 2023. Parker Porter, 13-8, 3-3 in the UFC, 3-2 in his last 3. He got knocked out in February of this year. He got choked before that, and he did win 3 unanimous decisions before that. To me, Parker is the buffer between the UFC heavyweight, between being a UFC heavyweight and the 18 heavyweights I think the UFC should cut. I'm not even dogging him out. I just feel like he's one of those few guys in the middle. Braxton is riding 5 finishes, bro. I will bet inside the distance on this fight, based on the fact that I think Braxton can probably get it done. But that'll probably only be one parlay piece. We've seen a lot of these guys with first round finishes hit the UFC, and then just gas when they get here. But I'll probably hit them in one parlay. I won't lie. I did not do tape though. Zaza did. Zaza, can you get on the mic?
Yo, how you doing?
What up, bud?
Chilling. So, yeah, that was very good breakdown by you. I have a lot of those points written down. I guess, yeah, Parker, I think this is his last fight, he said, on his contract. Is that correct?
Oh, I didn't hear that. If it did, he's going to fight for his contract. Oh, no.
Hey, is my mic hot
yeah.
now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you,
I
bud.
had to go in and out a few times and then switch devices because I don't know what the fuck happened. Sorry about that. I apologize.
No worries. Go ahead, Zaza.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Parker Porter, he's the more experienced fighter here. He's a black belt, jiu-jitsu. He's very composed in the pocket. But like you said, he's on a 2-fight losing streak. He also took this fight up on short notice. I guess he took it on 2 weeks ago. And the guy he's facing, Braxton Smith. All right, this dude, he's pretty athletic for a short, like stubby guy. He's very athletic, very strong. He got 5 first-round finishes, like Joe just said, all in the first round, just like my boy Romanov. Let me flip the page. Yeah, I don't see this fight going the full distance. I think this fight's gonna finish in the first or second round. I'm with Joe on this side. I'm going with Braxton Smith for my special prop, Smith by TKO. And then my bet for the fight is the fight to not go the distance.
Very nice breakdown, but I'm putting those in right now. Anybody else on this fight betting this fight?
The only Braxton I know is Braxton Hicks, and if you don't know, that's fake pregnancy symptoms. I'm going with the real. Give me Parker Porter by decision.
Bro, so that's my fear is that Braxton is. We've seen this with these heavyweights so many times. They come into the UFC like on a tear, and then they get here and fucking gas, and we see the most boring fight of the night. I feel it in my bones like Braxton is gonna do that shit to us this week.
He's hitting two of my fade deals, low level heavyweight, and coming in off of a bunch of finishes. That means it's going to be a slow over fight to me.
No, that's a pay-per-view, baby. This guy's coming in to freaking show the crowd what it's all about. He's from Texas. He ain't no freaking chump.
No,
This
no,
is
no, no. The
heavyweight. He's
pay-per-view is
going in to
later
see.
in the night. This is the free shit.
It's
Everybody
still
gets.
a the card unless we think you're going to either knock somebody out or you're going to
I'm
get
just giving
knocked
you
out.
shit, bro. Anybody else? Anybody else parlaying this fight? Anything on it?
And he fought a month
No.
ago.
No, I'm
No, I'm
definitely gonna
okay with
take.
that. I promise.
I don't know. I think Broxton he got a good chance, man. He's athletic. He was about to be in football if it wasn't for his win streak. But yeah, I can't blame you guys for your side.
Bro, how long ago? I'm not cutting you off. The two places I see don't even give his age. How long ago was he playing football, bro? Like, how fucking old is this
I
guy?
mean, he's 33.
They said that
So
he fought in the UFC, not in the UFC, but he fought like a couple good competitors, and then he took some time off because he was like he wasn't doing too well. But and then when he came back in 2022, that's when he started that 5-win streak.
So he got knocked out by Chase Sherman in 2014 in his professional debut, and then he didn't fight again till 2022. Chase Sherman, bro, I wish I didn't know he got knocked out by Chase Sherman. It
yeah,
changes
but that's
everything.
2014, dude.
I'm
But
just
that's the
talking
football
shit.
thing. That's the football breakdown is that he lost his fight. He tried to make some money in football, and now he's came back and he just started smoking some, cans. So, let's see what he does against somebody who's fought with some top competition in Parker Porter. I mean, he's a bigger guy, so I mean, there's part of it, but I think the guy's got nothing to lose. He's coming in here with some heat. First round. This should be your bet if you're going to throw anything, especially if you're going to go with like a small sprinkle.
Yeah, I would say don't look at his last opponents though, and then maybe you would still bet him. I've
Yeah,
talked
don't look at
myself
what he
out
did
of
in
it.
2014. What did you do in 2014, Joe?
Man, I was
You
smoking
made some
weed, watching
mistakes.
MMA fights. What were y'all
Yeah,
doing?
same thing.
Same.
Oh man, I've evolved so much. All right, I'm lapping that shit out. That's a Parker Porter fight. 7 minutes and 40 seconds is bullshit. All right. Up next is Kron Gracie versus Charles Jourdain. Um, Kron Gracie is making his return after 2.5 years. He last fought in October of 2019 when Cub Swanson beat the fucking brakes off of him. Yeah, that's just what happened. Anyways, Kron is 5'9", Jourdain is 5'9". Kron's got 70 inches of reach. Jourdain, 69 inches of reach. Kron only has 2 UFC fights. I'm not going to go off all the stats just because I don't find that real relevant when it's that few of fights. From there, in their last 5, Kron is 4-1. 3 rear naked chokes, 1 triangle choke, and a unanimous decision in his career. And then he lost. My bad. And then he dropped the decision to Cub. Charles is 2-3 in his last 5. He lost a unanimous decision, a majority decision, and he got Barbeau choked in the 3rd round. He did catch a gilly for a victory in the middle of that there. I think Kron is getting a small push because he's a Gracie and they still see some marketable value in that name, maybe. But we've seen Kron keep him on the feet and whoop his ass. Maybe he does a Brian Ortega where someone beats his fucking face in and then he comes back and looks great on the feet. But I don't know. I think they're in the same camp, so I guess it's very possible that he comes back looking great on the feet. I have no bets in this fight. I do think Jourdain is a fade, but I actually think Kron is also a fade. I did not do tape, though. Dead Picks did. Dead Picks, what'd you see?
Yeah, so you said it's a fade versus a fade. I highly agree with that take. And, before I talk more, I just want to, say, yeah, I've been like doing pretty good, I guess, like in my picks lately. But on this fight, I'm kind of these 2 fights that I have this week, I'm kind of unsure of. So just know that I'm telling you right now. So if you're tailing my picks or tailing the picks overall, just know that I'm kind of wary on these 2 fights I got today. But I'm gonna let you guys know right now. I think I'm gonna ride with my boy
Just tell us what
Crone.
you think. We don't care
I'm
how
gonna
much you
ride with
want
my
to
boy
down talk
Crone, man.
yourself.
I'm riding with Crone, but I see a lot of love on Crone, and that kind of scares me, because like usually when like there's these spots where we see a lot of love coming like to one side, that's usually the side that flops. I'm not saying that that has anything particular to do with this matchup. It's just that I think that Charles is the better kickboxer for sure, and obviously Crone is the better jiu-jitsu player. So in this fight, we already saw what happened to Crone last time. He got his shit kicked in by Cub. Hence why he went on this 3-year hiatus. I couldn't find no interviews or anything indicating that that Crone was working on his standing or like striking overall. But I did hear one like snippet in some interview. I can't remember where that he was not an interview but a video on him like talking about his comeback, saying that he was working on his striking with I think it was Freddie Roach or yeah, I think that's what I heard. It kind of wowed me when I heard that, because I don't really think all these guys that go to Freddie Roach really come back into MMA like killers. Like we saw what happened when Tony was training over there with Freddie, and I mean, he didn't really do shit with it, So, I mean, I would hope that Crone has worked on his stand up, but in reality, like he should just do what he does and just go to his like natural instincts of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Like that's where he's strongest at. Like, and I think that's probably where Charles has the weaker attribute. Like he even said in an interview that he says that he thinks he could submit Crone if he gets sloppy and goes for a takedown. Uh, I don't know. I mean, maybe if Crone decides that he wants to stand up again, test his might like he did against Cub, then I think Charles is gonna win this fight. If they could just keep it standing. But I don't know. I get a funny feeling about this that Crone's just gonna end up taking it to the ground and going for a sub. I mean, Charles is on a 2-loss lose streak. So, I mean, I guess you could say he's probably fighting for his job. Crone, I mean, he's coming back from a layoff. So, I don't know. Like, it's like this is a big question mark fight for me. So, I'm just taking the dog money shot just because, I mean, I guess I'm a fanboy. I'm fanboying on this one. I'm a fan of Crone, but at the same time, it's like I'm being realistic. Like, if it stays standing, like, don't expect, like any drastic, changes. I can't see how he could possibly, you know, gone like into a monster within 3 years, unless, you know, he was doing some vigorous training that we just don't know about. And I mean, that's the truth. We don't know, you know. So, I mean, for that matter, I'm just gonna take Charles. I mean, not Charles. Crone. Crone by Crone's gonna be the sub prop will be the super play. The super prop will be sub. The pick will be Crone, and I guess maybe Charles Jourdain decision. I guess for a regular prop, just because, like I said, I could see him, you know, taking keep it standing and get the decision win. But if it gets to the ground, then obviously it's all Crone all day. So.
All right, I wrote them all down. Typed them all down, rather.
I still don't know who you picked to win.
It's a
I'm
hard
just
one.
kidding,
I mean,
man.
I
I'm
get
just
why you're
kidding.
taking Crone, but I think when the bookies are telling you a guy that is 2-3 in his last 5 is almost a 2-1 favorite, it's just got to speak. It's got to speak to you. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Anyway, Usman put his hand up early. What you got on this one, bro?
First of all, did they knock down this card from the main card, or this fight from the main card? I thought this was opening the card.
No, this is not on the main card.
Oh, okay. You
It is
Google
on
UFC and it's on the main card.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is. It
Tapology's
is.
got it way higher.
It is. Yeah, so it's different in different places, bro. All right. So, yeah, this one's just way out of order from the list that I made.
This
Yeah,
is gonna be
whatever.
entertaining too. This is gonna
And
be an
second,
entertaining fight.
I will be taking the sub prop for Chrome Gracie because I don't believe he got his striking or wrestling any better. But if he did, great. But why I'll be taking the sub prop is because Charles Jourdain is one of those guys. He can dominate you on the feet and have a clear footed or striking advantage, but he's gonna go at least for one takedown a fight. Why? I don't know, but he's gonna do it. Give me that sub. I'll take the sub prop.
Yeah, I can't argue with that either. All right. Anybody else on this fight? No, well, that's all right with me. Up next is Marina Rodriguez versus Verna Jandiroba. Verna is number 9. Marina is number 5. And that's at women's strawweight. Marina is 5'6", 65 inches of reach. Verna is 5'3", 64 inches of reach. They've both got a good amount of UFC fights, so you can look at the stats and see that Marina's got a clear striking advantage. She lands at almost 5 significant strikes per minute. Verna's clipping at 2.5. Verna's also absorbing over 3 per minute, while Marina's is also only absorbing 3 per minute. They both got pretty good takedown defense. Verna's is a little better. Neither one of them shoot a shit ton of takedowns. Verna averages 2 per fight per 15 minutes. In their last 5, Verna is 4-1. Verna is 3-2. Marina is 4-1. Marina is coming off of a round 3 TKO against Limoges. TKO loss against Limoges. I don't have a whole ton to say. I don't actually expect a lot of fireworks. I don't expect fight of the night or performance of the night. But I will bet the over 1.5 in their last 10 combined. 9 of them have went over 1.5. Rhino did do tape, though. What'd you see, bud?
I seen me falling asleep in my chair is what I saw because
I
I had to
bet you
watch
did.
all of those 9 decisions you were talking about. I did not watch all 9, but it was very boring. I will say that Rodriguez is not going to do any type of takedowns. She's never even attempted one. She's all stand up. When it comes to Verna is a takedown person. She's got a lot of takedown attempts that she has done in a lot of fights. She wins the fights that she usually does get takedowns in. So it just comes down to that battle. Is she going to be able to really take her down? Usually that scenario, when I've watched WMMA, is it doesn't work out for him. The grappler usually doesn't win because I think their grappling skills are kind of all even. And if that's what separates them, you're going to see a boring decision, and she's going to land more strikes. So I think Rodriguez wins by decision, and if she does get taken down, maybe it goes the other way. Other than that, it's a decision fight because it's not going. Anybody finishes anybody, it's going to be of a doctor stoppage or an injury or something like that. This fight's going to a decision, and that's all I have to say about that.
I actually don't disagree with you. I hate betting the distance, goes the distance because it always, I don't know. They tend to bite me in the ass, but it's the first thing I thought when I looked at the fight. Like, fuck, fight goes the distance. That's the end of it. Anybody else on this fight? Oh,
Can I ask why you don't see a sub for Verna?
Why I don't see it or why he don't see it? He did tape.
Either one of y'all. Just give me a damn answer.
The people that she did finish, I didn't see them as any threats compared to the competition that Rodriguez has been with.
Fair enough. I just
Okay,
don't.
thank you.
No problem.
How many times has Marina been submitted in 20 fights? None. Wow, actually none.
None.
Yeah, actually none. So I
She
don't know
got
what.
knocked out. That's it.
I don't know if that weighs on your decisions there at all, Usman. Are you betting this one?
Shit, not anymore. Maybe over.
I'd probably put it just on an over and maybe throw it to a parlay if you're trying to drop some numbers. I mean, it's a fight that doesn't really mean anything.
I can't disagree.
It was pretty boring. I ain't kidding. This is the boringest fight. And I was like, man, I'm going to take a women's fight and I'm going to watch it. And I was like, oh my God, this is horrid.
And that's what you get, Rhino. That was my fight. I take the boring women's fights. You're taking everything I work for, motherfucker.
I love it.
With that said, 4 minutes 59 seconds lap. I couldn't let it go to 5 minutes, guys. I'm sorry. That is not a 5-minute fight. Up next, Chidi Njokuani versus Devin Clark. I'm pretty excited about this fight, mostly because I like Chidi. Chidi is 6'5", 83 inches of reach. Devin is 6 foot, 75 inches of reach. They both got a good amount of UFC fights, so we can look at some stats. Chidi lands
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Joe. Is it not Devin Clark versus Kennedy and Zinchikwu? Because that's what I taped.
What I say, Njokuani?
Yeah. I was like, wait, Chidi's even on this card?
Yeah, my bad, bro. My bad. I just fucking said it wrong. You're 100% right. My bad, bro.
Had me scrambling. I was like, wait, what?
K.S. Williams, right?
He said, "Oh shit, no. It's Kennedy. It's Kennedy Ninjuku." I said Chidi Njokuani. I don't even know why. I have no idea why.
Because they look alike.
Kennedy is 6'5", 83 inches of reach. Devin is 6 foot, 75 inches of reach. They both got a good amount of UFC fights, so we can look at the stats. Kennedy lands at 4.5 significant strike or 4.5 strikes per minute. Devin at just under 3. Kennedy absorbs at just over 4 per minute, and Devin absorbs at just under 3 per minute. So they're both give one to take one, guys. Neither one of them rely a ton on the takedown. Devin does shoot them 2 per 15-minute average, but Kennedy's got 80% takedown defense. So I think we can watch that shit get leveled out or neutralized right there. In their last 5, Kennedy is 3-2. He's got 3 TKO wins, 1 KO loss, and a split decision loss. Clark is 2-3. He has a TKO loss, a triangle. I believe it was an arm triangle loss, a unanimous decision loss, and 2 Ws that aren't worth too much bragging. That's all I really got on this fight, other than the fact that I'm betting Kennedy, and I'm betting the fight not to go the distance. There'll be parlay pieces for me. Usman did tape. What do you got, bro?
Yo. Sorry, I got wet soapy hands. That's what I got. Washing dishes now. So yeah. Fair warning. I know Andrew is gonna. Is Andrew here? I know Andrew's gonna hate this. Kennedy Nzechukwu is one of my favorite fighters. Why? I can't fucking tell you why I like the dude. But I'm gonna go with Kennedy. I taped a lot of their fights. I was giving y'all stats in the group chat. I put out a tweet out there with some stats. Basically, I'll repeat what I said in the tweet. Clark's threshold, his winning condition is 4 minutes and over of control time. Every time he has gotten less than 4 minutes of control time, he loses. But I think there was actually 2 fights where he got 2 minutes and won early. So those are the outliers. Nzechukwu has only given up more than 4 minutes one time against Danilo Marquez, who shot, I think, 13 takedowns and only got 2. All that control time came from taking the back and fighting for that rear naked choke for the whole round. He didn't get it. He ended up getting knocked out in the 3rd round. Why am I going to go with Kennedy? For one, this is going to be one of the biggest fighters that Clark has faced. He's faced big boys, but 6'5", and I think 6'5" is lying. I think he might be 6'6", 6'7". He's a pretty big-ass guy. 83-inch reach. He's got that special reach because nobody gets that high or that long. Kennedy does a great job of sticking out a stiff jab. He uses that stiff jab to hide his best punch, which is like a sneaky little right hook, which you saw Clark get caught by a lot against Azamat Murzakanov. Clark, what he's going to do is he's like a fake pressure fighter because he only wants to blitz on you, but for the most part, he's moving backwards, looking for a takedown, looking for an opportunity to try and shoot on you. Kennedy has an 80% takedown, which sounds good, but when you look at it on tape, it seems like he gets taken down by some of the easiest shit. So that's kind of lets me down, but he gets up so fucking quick. He gets up, he knows how to use at least beginner or the shit that'll work, beginner level jiu-jitsu to get back up. You gotta like that. I think he has that build, that Max Holloway, Tony Ferguson, John Jones, that long, lanky build for that division that helps with takedown defense. Every time, it seems like any time he gets double underhooks, your takedown is dead. Devin Clark also seems to quit after he quit going for takedowns after you stuff him a couple times. It's going to be a close one. I think over 2.5, over 1.5 for good bets. I will be going Kennedy, and I'm actually going to be sprinkling all over this. Maybe it's my bias. I will be sprinkling Kennedy by KO. I will be sprinkling Kennedy by submission, because if you saw in the Carl Roberson fight, Carl was the one that went for the takedown. Kennedy was able to stuff it, get on top, and he spent basically all 15 minutes fighting for a rear naked choke or using the submissions to just keep dominant position. I know Carl Roberson isn't the best, but I thought that was a great performance. It showed that he can also get his takedowns. In other fights, he's gotten a couple of takedowns. Kennedy's a slow starter. I think the thing that fucks him up is his IQ against who did he lose that split decision to recently? I can't remember, but he should have fucking won it. Nikolai Nigamoranu. He should have won it. What he fucked up is that whole first round. I don't know why he does this a lot, but he likes to hand fight. He likes to hold hands with you. It's like, dude, you have an 83-inch reach. You have a great jab. Stick that fucking jab out. Use that teep that you use. Keep distance and just stay away. Kennedy, he red flags. He doesn't move his head a lot, but the big thing is once he stays in the pocket, like you saw Ian Kutalaba crash the space and throw combos of 4, 5, and 6, and those were landing. Devin Clark doesn't really do that. His combos end at 1, 2, maybe a 3. Yeah, I mean, I saw some other guys that we all respect, some sharp dudes saying that they wanted to go Clark. I personally didn't see it throughout the tape. I know Clark is a big, strong guy. He's going to try and push you up against the fence. And I think that's his only way of winning a decision by fence hugging, because fucking Kennedy will let you hold him up against the fence for a while, and it's super fucking annoying. But Kennedy looks like he's getting better. Like I said, I might be biased, but I think Kennedy is an easy bet here. Over 1.5, over 2.5 if you have the option, and I will be sprinkling sub, KO, and probably even inside the distance.
Man, you got me wanting to bet on them bets too, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I'm not gonna bet on them bets, but I'm definitely taking Kennedy as well. Anybody else on this fight? Well, that's all right.
Just to say that's a good breakdown. Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm gonna laugh that one out because that was a beautiful breakdown. Up next, we did the Kron fight out of order because I had it out of order. I think it's supposed to be next though, right? Either way, Drew Dober versus Matt Frevola is next. I'm pretty high on both of these guys. I'm really excited for this fight. 155 pounds. Dober is 5'8", 70 inches of reach. Frevola is 5'9", 71 inches of reach. If you look at the numbers, they both got a good amount of UFC fights. Dober lands at 4.4 strikes per minute. Matt at 3.4. Dober absorbs at 4.4. Matt absorbs at 3.4. These dudes are the absolute definition of give one to take one and get at it early. Drew is 3-2 in his last 5, coming off of 3 knockout wins in a row. 2 actual knockouts, 1 TKO. Matt is 3-2 in his last 5, coming off 2 KO wins. Both these dudes are coming off actual knockout wins. Matt last November, Drew last December. I think Drew has the advantage standing. I think that Matt has the advantage in the grapple. I think the fight stays standing. I think this fight has fight of the year potential if these boys can't put each other out, or at least knockout of the year potential. I'm very excited for this fight. Drew is number 14, just to mention that. So Matt busts into the top 15. He's a cool guy to the space. He likes some of our tweets. He's messaged with us a few times, a couple of the guys. So I wouldn't mind if he busts in. Anybody actually on this fight? Nobody betting this fight at all? I can't fucking believe that. Not even the
I
fight.
didn't look into it. No one taped
Did,
it. I mean, it
did
looked like
nobody
a good
tape it?
fight when I first looked at it. When I took a look at it, I thought it was definitely a banger. I mean, this Matt dude ain't no pussy, and I mean, Drew Dober. Every fight he's in, I mean, one of these times he's gonna get fucking finished. And this Matt guy ain't that bad. It wouldn't surprise me, but I didn't watch too much detail.
Yeah, Gary was supposed to do tape. I didn't even hear from Gary today. He's always here too, so I don't know. I don't know, bro. Shit happens.
Yeah,
That's all right. I will. Yeah,
I would assume the over the 1.5.
yeah. You think so?
Um, yeah, Matt Frevola has been a pretty profitable fighter for me just on his last 2 wins. I hit that round 1 KO. And like Rhino said, eventually that chin is going to give away. I'm going to hit the round 1 KO, but I'm probably also going to parlay the over.
Gotcha. Both in their last 6 fights, there's been 5 first round KOs. So, the 6th fight was a 3rd round KO. Sometimes they'll let you just pick the prop and not a side. I'll probably take the KO prop if I see it available. I'm gonna lap this fight out though. Next up is let me make sure I got this right. So Chaos Williams versus Rolando Budo. I can't say that shit, man. Don't.
Orlando Bedoya.
I appreciate you, bro, because I was clearly way off on that one, bro.
That's what he said. You didn't hear him? Jeez.
Rolando Bedoya is making his UFC debut. Not any stats on him on UFCstats.com. We know Chaos Williams is 6 foot, 77 inches of reach, and they're fighting at 170. I know that Rolando, I can't say it, man. I'm gonna call him Lando. He's not even coming off Dana White's Contender Series. He's making his UFC debut, coming off a non-UFC. I see you guys laughing at me. Kiss my ass, man. I can't say the dude's name. I tried to practice that shit today. I actually fucking tried. I cannot say that dude's name. I don't care. Kiss my ass. Everybody who's listens later, kiss my
We
ass too.
love you, Joe. We love you, Joe.
I
But
can't.
it's the Michigan school. The
I'm
Michigan
telling you,
schools,
it
dude.
is. Dude's on a 10-fight win streak, though. I can tell you that. He's got finishes in his last 2. He did not have to hit the Dana White Contender Series to make the UFC, which is that's something that says something nowadays. I'll probably bet the over 1.5 just based on the fact that in these guys, like in Chaos's last 5 fights, he's went to the 3rd round 4 times, and the other dude's fights, he's went to the 3rd round 4 times. He went over 1.5 the one time he didn't, where he got the Barbeau choke in the 2nd round. So I'll be on the over 1.5 in some parlays just because mathematically it always seems to be there. Dead Picks did tape though, bro. What'd you see?
Yeah, so with Chaos Williams, main takeaways I got from him: powerful shots, ugly shots. He throws powerful shots, but they're ugly. Like, they're not technically like sound, but they're powerful. And anytime he's in a fight, you don't want to get punched by him. Like, you're always on the back foot, like, on the back of the, back to the cage, trying to avoid it. Unless, you're a guy like, who was the last fight? I'm pretty sure it was like not Miguel Baez. Who's
Brown.
last fight? Randy Brown. There we go. Yeah. Randy Brown. Yeah, he was giving him a fight, and, that was
That
that's
was
good.
bullshit. He should have won.
I know, but it was good. It was a change up. From the looks like that we get from Chaos, but I mean, the reality, man, like, that's really a Chaos. Like, big ugly shots. Like, he's not really technically sound. Wrestling is not going to be a thing in this, and if it is, then I guess you could say they're kind of even in that point. So really, what we're looking at right now is Rolando Bedoya. The guy, all the fights that I've seen from him were regional fights, and I guess you could say he was can crushing, man. I'm not gonna lie, but what do you call it? What he was able to do in these can crushing fights is that he was able to get experience and able to get minutes in these fights. Some of these fights ended in decision, and some of them ended by finish. The ones that ended in decision, he was actually doing pretty decent. But the main takeaway that I have from him is that he needs a proper guard. Like when he's standing up, like, in the kickboxing, Thai element, like, he just doesn't have like a sound guard, and I'm worried about that because I liked what I seen from him in terms of like the stand up. Like, he's really good. Like, I wouldn't say really good in terms of like he's a ferocious, vicious, type of puncher, but he's like, I'm not saying Nate Diaz esque, but he is like him in the sense of where the shots add up and the shots keep coming and the shots just keep coming and it just all adds, like, so he'll beat on you for like a good 10 minutes, and then he'll find a finish like in the third, or find a finish like, somewhere late in the second. Like, he's pretty decent, but like I said, the main thing about him is that he doesn't block, he doesn't move his head, and that's scary, especially when you're coming against against Chaos Williams. But the thing is with him, like, we haven't even seen like a knockout from him like up until, what was it, 2020? He hasn't. No. Yeah, 2020 he hasn't knocked no one out. No, actually, yeah, 2021 he hasn't knocked anyone out. So it's been like a while, like, so with Chaos is like, I don't
Wasn't it?
know.
But don't you have the hard part of like Chaos coming off a freaking split decision loss, and then they throw you some fire ant coming in here who's got like something to make of himself. Like, ouch, dude. Why in the hell did Chaos even take this fight?
The way I ask you is, why did Rolando take this fight? I mean, I like the kid, but like
Because he
Joe
don't
said,
care. He's getting in the UFC. He'll fight anybody.
right. But I mean, if I was him, I would try, to get probably a different matchup. Like, I mean, Chaos is like no joke, bro. Like, I mean, in the sense of like it's just stand up. Like, this is what this fight's gonna be. It's gonna be a stand up fight. Like, and
Yeah,
that's
but who has more to lose?
more to lose. Yeah, I would say Chaos for sure, but
Yeah.
that's so if he has more to lose, why wouldn't he put the gas on this? Like he knows, what
I would fight anybody else rather than some newbie.
Hold on. Let him go. Let that picks go. I want to hear it.
I'm just saying, if I was Chaos, man, I mean, I would watching the tape. I'd say this is a pretty decent fight for me if I'm Chaos. If anything, this fight could go a few ways. It could be this fight's gonna go the under because someone's gonna get knocked out, or it's simply gonna go decision because both guys are not gonna, both guys are gonna be gunshot. Not because with Chaos too, that's the thing. Like a lot of his fights, like he's more so gunshot. Like. And the thing with Rolando is like he's very pressure forward. Like he's always coming at you, and he's good about putting his shots together. He works the body. He throws leg kicks. He mixes it all well together. Like there's not one thing that I could pick apart that I don't like him besides was the head movement. And even then, what do you call it? He puts you up in the cage. He could take you to the cage. He could like beat you up right there. Body shots, elbows. This guy's game. Like Rolando's game. So my initial pick was Rolando, and I was trying to find a way to talk myself into chaos. But the more I think about it, I mean, in talking to Rhino, yeah, I think I'm just gonna end up taking Rolando as a dog shot. I mean, two dog shots. I mean, by me to this week, that's kind of worrisome. One of them has to cash, I assume. I'm more confident in Rolando than Crone, if we're being honest. Uh, the main thing, like I said though, if you are gonna bet Rolando, just know that the big, red flag is the fact that his head movement. He has been rocked in in a regional fight, but when he was rocked, he recovered pretty well. He got taken down to the ground, and that's where he recovered. Like he ended up sprawling out, but when it got standed up, he got popped right back in the mouth. Funnily enough, it looked like that shot kind of fucking healed him because like after that, he went on like nothing ever happened. It was pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very impressed with what I've seen from Rolando. But like I said, the red flag is that head movement. Like if he gets touched on the chin by a chaos punch, not necessarily like just any punch, but like if he gets, by a power shot, a well placed power shot, I think that's enough to sit him down, maybe even, lead to a fucking sub because, Chaos does, we have seen him go for the neck before, and that's what Rolando does too. If you are on the ground, if Rolando's not afraid, he will elbow you, he will try to find a sub. Rolando's game, man. The kid tries to finish, but more so than not, the kid does end up going to decision because the fact that he doesn't really have power, but like I said, it does add up and it does hurt. I don't want to keep going any longer. If I'm gonna pick a side, I'm picking Rolando. My pick will be Rolando. The bet's gonna be Rolando by, I guess the regular prop would be decision. The super prop would be, I'd say sub. Just I could see a sub happening just because, like I said, he takes it down to the ground. He's not afraid to find a neck. He's not afraid to open you up with elbows to get that neck. I like Rolando. I'm taking Rolando.
Yeah, I got no side on it, so I'm betting the over. So I hope that Rolando cashes for you. I also hope the over cashes for me. Anybody else betting this fight?
I am.
What you betting on it?
I'm taking Chaos Williams.
Money line?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to parlay it with something, but I'm also gonna sprinkle him by knockout because Chaos got those hands. He's actually my top 5 favorite fighters. His boxing is just too serious. So him by knockout with
Bias.
him by knockout with Braxton Smith by knockout parlay.
Man, I can't knock that. That's a nice little parlay. Again, I'm just on the over 1.5, so I hope both you
But I
boys
would
figure.
agree. I mean, if you're going to take Chaos, you got to take the knockout. He's too much of
Yeah,
a favorite money line. So if you're going to bet on it, you better put it for that. to make some money.
I mean, Chaos goes the distance more times than he finds the knockout.
I
But
also just don't think I don't think this is going to go the distance just because the guy he's fighting has nothing to lose. He's trying to make a name for himself. So,
I
you
will
know,
say this: if the guy comes in and gasses, though, Chaos will still be fucking punching him hard in the late rounds. And
Oh, Orlando won't gas, bro. Orlando's game. I'm telling you. I didn't mention that for a reason. He does not gas.
very nice. I'm laughing at that's 11 minutes. That's a long time on a fight when we're trying to get through a card. We got 4 left: Mozar, Mavzar Evolov versus Diego Lopez. Like, okay, this was Jonathan Pierce versus Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell versus um, Evolov. Now it's Evolov versus Lopez. Lopez is not really a great fighter. Now he's getting a top 10 UFC shot. Like, I don't. This is fucking stupid. That's what I have to say about it. It's absolutely fucking stupid that he gets a top 10 shot for no fucking reason. There's 100 fighters in the UFC that would fucking, not 100, but there's plenty of guys that would take it to get a top 10 shot. And they're just giving it to this dude who lost on the Dana White Contender Series like fucking a year ago. So I don't know. I'm not betting it. There were no betting lines on it for me. Will was supposed to do tape. He already dipped out, probably because he gave his tape. And how the fuck do you tape this when it got announced today? So, is anybody betting on this fight? I would bet Evolov if he's minus 5,000. Like, I just feel like this kid is coming in to get fucking trucked so he gets a UFC contract. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, what are the numbers from? How the lines come out?
No, I couldn't find any when I checked. That was about an hour before we went live. There were
yeah,
still
I'm
no
pulling it
lines.
up right now.
He's got to be minus 1,000. He's got to be minus 1,000.
If anything, I'll probably take instead of distance in a parlay. Probably what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if it's updated right now. I don't even see. Yeah, I still see no lines for it, so I don't think it even has any lines yet. Yeah, I just don't think it does. That's all right, man. It's such short notice and a reschedule of a reschedule. I don't see any reason to sit here and harp on this fight. I'm going to lap that bitch after 2 minutes. I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with it, bro. We got 3 left on the night. So the next one should be a pretty decent fight. Jessica Andrade versus Yan Xiaonan. Andrade is 5'1", 62-inch reach. Jan is 5'5", 63-inch reach. They've both clocked a bunch of UFC fights. Andrade lands at almost 6 strikes per minute. Jan at 5.5. Andrade absorbs at over 5. Jan absorbs at 3.5. They both got 70+% takedown defense. Andrade does go for 2.5 takedowns per 15 minutes. Jan doesn't even average 1 per 15 minutes for whatever value that holds with you. I will say that I seen the wardrobe malfunction in Jessica's last fight. Say what you want, but anybody's going to at least knee-jerk react to that. And it does seem like it cost her the fight. So I'm not making excuses. I just don't hold that loss against her. Yeah, I think she's a KO or distance fighter. 0 submission wins, 1 submission loss. So you're going to stand and bang with Jessica Andrade. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been biased on Jessica and lost before. Hence that rear naked choke in the second round. But I'm on Jessica on this one. If I'm looking for deep parlay, I'll probably take her money line. But I won't prop it. Jessica is number 4. Jan is number 6. Is anybody betting this fight?
Only for Jessica to win. That's about it.
How good is this other girl?
Jan Xiaonan, she can fight.
I
They're
mean,
both 3-2 in their last 5. She's 7-2 in the UFC. I mean, she can fight, but she is
Carlos
going the
Garza
distance.
knocked her out.
Yeah, she's had no finishes inside of 9 UFC fights. So
Yeah,
it's
this is not a good
distance
fight.
or nothing.
Oh, I'm taking Jessica in this all day. Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, and
Easy.
she's not too much of a favorite, at least on what I'm seeing, unless the line dropped.
No, this is a chalk walk type of bet. You know, she's in a parlay
Yeah,
for
she's
sure.
a minus 200, so she's a parlay.
Yeah, she'll get it too. I'm pretty confident to say that she'll get this one too.
So
Jan,
She
Evolov.
probably finished her. I mean, inside the distance, not a bad bet.
So parlay would be Andrade, Evolov, I guess. We'll see who else. But
I don't
so
know, but
far, guys,
sometimes these fights that are supposed to be easy to call, though, in WMMA, they end up still going to decisions, and you're like, why? You're so much better than the other person.
yeah.
Well, I was gonna say I'm more than likely gonna hit the over. I think what's it called? I Chinese women, Asian women, they got chins on them. They can take some
Yeah.
fucking damage, and I would assume that the over is gonna be at better odds than Jessica Andrade's money line. If I do want to hit a finish anywhere, I'm thinking of what's it called? Andrade's third round KO. But besides that, I think I'm probably going to hit the over.
Not a bad idea, man. That because they always end up like that. Every time you think there's going to be a women's finish, you're wrong.
yeah, Jan will take it the distance too. I don't. She's not going to be one easy to get out of there. Even if Jessica does finish her, I don't think it'll be no first round shit. So,
And I haven't done tape on it yet, but I did want to look into this one a little more deeply, just because from my memory, I would think that what's it called, Jan is actually the more crisp technical striker. I think she throws good linear strikes up the middle, and I think she's all right with her leg kicks as well. So I think that might give her a little chance to stay alive, especially with the distance striking and whatnot. Like I said, I'll probably have to look into this one more, but I think the over is a good hit.
Agreed.
100% agreed. She throws a fuck ton of leg kicks. I don't know if you're aware of that. Like she throws a shit ton of leg kicks. She threw like 50 of them against Mackenzie Dern. So, like, that leg kick is fucking coming.
If Yao Shinan shows up and wins, she gets a title shot, right?
Nah,
Probably.
no way, no way.
Bro,
She's
this
gonna
is
need
number
two more, I
4.
think.
No, so this is number 4 versus number 6. So this is one of the ones that I think has implications because you got number 4 versus number 6, and above them you've got where the fuck is it? I gotta get it up in front of me. So this is strawweight. So above them you've got Marina Rodriguez, who's fighting. You have she's right in the middle of them. She's number 5. So above them is Lamoche, Rose, and Carla. I don't think Carla's getting another shot. I don't think Rose is ready to fight. Lamoche maybe gets. Yeah. So
Lamoche
I
beat
think
Marina,
this.
so it would be
I think
Lamoche for
this
sure.
fight could have title implications depending on how things line up. And if Marina loses, I think this fight definitely has title implications. So, just my take. I mean, it's not like, oh my God. I understand it's the women's strawweight division, but I like women's MMA. Fuck all you guys.
Hey, me and you both, Joe. Um,
Yeah.
Not to take it completely off topic, pun intended, but what the fuck is up with Rose? Am I the only one that's like grown a hate or grew a hate for fucking Rose? It's like, dude, I need you to fight. I feel like she's holding up the division. I don't know what she's gonna do. I don't even give a damn if it's another rematch because I would like to see her do another rematch just because I think out of her last 7 fights they've been rematches or something like that. Like, I don't give a damn. Just get this girl in the damn cage because all she's doing is holding up that number 3 spot. Sorry for the rant. You got me pissed when you brought up Rose.
I don't care. I want to see her fight Angela Hill. That's what I'm looking for. Rose versus Angela Hill. You know why? Because I don't give a shit if Rose fights. And I don't.
I was gonna say, what the fuck is that? I'm over here crying for a fucking roast fight. I don't want to watch that shit.
Oh,
I
so
just
low.
don't care if Rose fights. I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't. Rose, I was a big fan of Rose, and watching her embeddeds and her UFC countdowns and Thrill and Agony, and like I don't
She
like
was
her.
just a young girl
I don't
before
like her.
Pat got to her.
I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best.
Before old Left Nut got to her.
Before Pat got to her, her
Yeah,
hubby.
Left Nut. He
She
was
was
in a
just a
fight.
young
He
freshman
was
in
in a
high
fight.
school.
He was in a fight over in like Japan or some shit, and he got kneed in the cup, and it crushed one of his nuts. So he's only got one nut. So in the gym, they call him Left Nut. I'm not
Man,
making that up.
that shit
That
ain't
shit
real.
is real.
That shit ain't real. He uses that to hook up with little girls, bro. He's like, nah,
Yeah,
Hey,
we're
yo.
saved. We're
bro.
saved. We
Once a
can't get
year,
pregnant. I got
once
one
a
nut.
year, when it rolls around in my memory thing or whatever I got going, bro, I repost the video of the dude telling about Pat Barry's left nut story. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Pat Barry. I'm not like that guy. Fuck him.
I
Anyway,
think
we're
they met
going.
on Epstein's Island. That's where they met.
Yeah, fucking A.
I read that on the
Anyway,
internet.
that's I'm gonna lap this fight because we're way off topic, and I'm gonna go over to the next fight on the card, which is number 4 ranked Belal. Remember the name Muhammad, plus 105 dog, free fucking dog money. Versus number 5 Gilbert Burns, minus 125. Belal is 22-3 in his career, 13-3 in the UFC. He's on an 8-fight tear. Gilbert Burns is 3-2 in his last 5, 15-5 in the UFC. He's pretty good. I mean, he's not quite Gilbert good, but he's pretty good. I mean, he's not quite Belal good, but he's pretty good. Tail of the tape, Belal Muhammad is 5'11", 72 inches of reach. Gilbert Burns is 5'10", 71 inches of reach. So Belal's got a huge size advantage there. Yeah, the stats say that Belal has a striking advantage at 4.4 strikes landed per minute, while Burns lands 3.3. Belal absorbs 3 something per minute. So does Gilbert. Both guys average just over 2 takedowns per 15 minutes. Belal has a 92% takedown defense. So if you're on Gilbert's side, because he's going to go in there and Russell fuck Belal, good luck with that shit. Because good luck with that shit. I'm a huge Belal fan. Fuck you guys. He could go in there and absolutely manhandle Gilbert. Fucking triple suplex, body slam him, chain wrestle out of the WWE, and everybody will still hate him. It doesn't fucking
Well,
matter.
because he just did it with his nose. We want him to use his whole body.
Fucking. So I will actually parlay Belal. I will probably actually just bet Belal. I got a lot of bias here, man. So I'm trying to admit it. So go ahead, guys. Who's on Gilbert? Tell me all fucking about it.
Yo, I'm just amazed he's back in the fucking octagon again so fast.
What was it? 3 weeks? No. He's not the 3 week guy. He's what? 6 weeks? 8 weeks? Something like that. 6 weeks.
I forgot what it was, but it was recent. But yeah, I'm on Burns. Give me Burns.
I mean, you guys both in a hurry to lose your money or something? I don't know.
I don't know. It's kind of
I'm just
worrisome that Burns is coming back this close after a fight. He was training in his garage from what I seen in embedded. I'm not sure how badass of a camp he could get in there, but I mean, man, I don't know. And then you see Belal training with Juliana, so it's like, I mean, how good could his striking really get? I mean, fuck, man, I want to take Burns, but how much longer can we hate on this kid, bro? I think Belal is fucking here for an upset, man. Realistically, I'm not gonna bet this fight, but if I was gun to head, I'm gonna side with the Chicago kid, man. And I don't even like Belal, like as a personality, but fighter wise, man, you can't deny him. I think Belal could squeak it out. I'll side with you, Joe.
Man, I appreciate the love. All these people out here hating Bilal just cuz. Usman, what you got?
Yeah, I think me and Joe have been the only ones that have been riding with Belal, and I've always been somewhat of a fan of him. But what really got me to turn the corner was that Luque fight. I think that Luque fight demonstrated way more than just how good he is. I think it demonstrated his smart. I think that was just such a beautiful game plan, and I will fucking stand on it that if you watch that Belal Luque fight and then watch Jeff Neal Luque fight, fucking Jeff Neal stole the game plan step by step, fucking everything, just because it was so easy. And I think actually the same fucking game plan will work pretty damn good in this fight. He's got that great takedown defense. He doesn't need to worry about being up against the fence. Circle around on the outside. He showed great movement of going side to side and using that side to side motion as he was circling to land his strike, and then fucking switch up the tempo on his takedowns and got the takedowns. Uh, I think Gilbert, at the end of the day, he's had great success at 170. But I don't know the size comparison, but it's good to me. It looks like Belal is going to be an actual big 170er, and Burns is going to be a 155er blown up. I'm with Belal the whole fucking way.
Well, we'll
So it's
see you
like
guys at the bank. Give me my money. Gilbert Burns is actually, come on, dude. You got to get a lot more respect to Gilbert Burns more than remember the decision. I mean, I give Bilal the best thing I can say about him is he does remind me of GSP because he's got like the best fight IQ we've seen in a long time. He really does fight the way you should, concentrate on the weaknesses of your opponents. That's usually why his fights aren't really that fun, but he's actually doing a very good job. I would say Gilbert Burns, though, has amazing grappling. He's not worried about just getting taken down or anything like that. And his striking has gotten a lot more powerful because he's very fast and he knows how to land strikes. So I do see him popping uh, Bilal a couple times. Has Bilal really had any problems in the stand up? Usually we keep the stand up. He's got good footwork. Doesn't really have too much power. I mean, even when he beat Sean Brady, he was still standing. I mean, he was landing strikes, but he doesn't have that much power. So I'd say the power side's on Gilbert Burns. I mean, that's the reason why he is a favorite on a short fight. Kind of crazy, So I have to sit on the Gilbert Burns train because he's all around. It's surprising he's not a champion if it wasn't for Usman, kind of catching him pretty good. So good
I
luck.
think another thing we got to remember, isn't this bitch 5 rounds?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
If Gilbert can make it into the 4th and 5th round, Bilal is gonna stomp a fucking mud hole in him, bro.
So Gilbert's got to
Depends
end
on
this
if he
shit
could
early.
take that. Yeah, but he's got to be able to take that pounding too. I don't think Bilal's been really hit by a Burns.
What side are you
Man.
on,
And when
Rhino?
he did, Edwards dropped him, and he was kind of smoking him for the eye
Listen,
poke.
bro.
Then he
He
quit
was
by eye poke.
I'm
he
taking
was a
Burns.
minus. Stephen Thompson was a minus 250 favorite over Bilal. Luque was a minus 210 favorite over him. Gilbert's only minus 180, bro. They're not even giving you good odds to lose your money, bro. Like, I don't. This is not. This man is going to beat the shit out of Gilbert Burns. I
He
don't.
ain't gonna beat the shit out of
Yeah, he's
him.
not gonna do
He'll beat the
that.
shit out of
He'll-
anybody.
Yeah.
I love Joe. I love Bilal, but pump the brakes, as Dana would say.
Nah, bro. He is. He absolutely is. He's gonna dominate him for 5
This is
rounds, man.
not that easy of a fight call.
he
50
won't.
to 45.
No.
50 to 45. And if Gilbert passes out for a split second in the 4th or in the 3rd, 50 to 46.
I will say, yeah, fucking Gilbert is definitely going to have the more power. He's just so fucking explosive, and I think that hurts him in a 5-round fight, especially how much he's going to be working for the takedowns. But when it comes to Bilal's power, I don't think he has any. I think what happens, though, is he hurts you just a little bit, and then I feel like Bilal has surprisingly super fast hands when he starts, like, throwing them, if he has you hurt. I think a little flurry could get him out of there, too. Especially late.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying because I'll be honest. Like, I was being a mark at the beginning. I'm a big fan, and I like to, I like to just fuck with people about it. But Bilal's not. He's not a knockout guy. I don't have that impression at all. I just think he'll grind Gilbert down, and it could end in a decision. The KO against fucking Brady was beautiful. I'd love to see the repeat, but I'm not counting on it. Cade, nice to have you back, bud. What you got on this fight?
Yeah, sorry, I was cooking dinner and eating with the family, but I think Belal Muhammad, I'm not a fan of Belal realistically, but I'm just not, man. He just doesn't excite me like that. But he's a better fighter than people give him credit for, and like he's live in this fight, that's for sure. But I don't know, man. Gilbert Burns, man, he's just got that dog in him. I mean, that fool fought a fucking war with Chimaev. And like I'm not saying he won the fight or anything, but I mean, dude, that dude he's just got heart and dog in him, and I don't know, man. Like I think Belal, it's hard to say, man, because like I want to say Belal might have the edge on the ground, but then like Gilbert does have some nasty jiu-jitsu too, but I don't think Belal's gonna be worried about that. I don't know, man. Gilbert does kind of throw a lot of hooks too and throw wide too. Bro, I'm just saying, Belal Muhammad's live in this fight. I wouldn't just say Gilbert's gonna beat this dude up or Belal's gonna beat him up. Actually, I think either one of them could win this fight.
What's your prediction? What's your pick?
I'm not gonna bet that fight. I'm not gonna touch that fight.
Give us a pick, you pussy.
Yeah, nah, I'm good, bro.
Oh my god.
Man.
He said,
Thomas,
this is
what
a
you
good
got on
fight.
this
I'm going
one,
to sit
bro?
right on the fence.
Thomas, what you got on this fight, bro?
What's going on, fellas? I got Gilbert Burns. Hear me out, man. I just think I just think Burns has been on the rise, and at some point he keeps talking about fighting for the title, right? And he fought Usman, he fought everybody else, he fought the best of the best. But Belal hasn't been taken to the deep waters, right? Um, that's my only reasoning. I feel like I've got money on Burns inside the distance as well. I feel like he can do it. Only thing that makes me sort of doubt he couldn't finish Masvidal, but I do believe Burns really, really, really wants it, and that's why I got money on him inside the distance.
Well, I mean, I'm not mad at you. I hope because it bumps them odds real nice for me. No, I'm just messing with you. I'm not mad at anybody on Gilbert. I'm clearly big on Belal here. Anybody else on this fight before I lap it out?
Actually, last thing for me. I'm not gonna pick a winner, but I'll say this. You
We
said you
know you
said
said it 4 times.
you said Gilbert Burns, like he keeps talking about fighting for a title and all this shit, but it's like to me, Bilal's got to have some fire in his ass too, because he's like on a what nine fight win streak or some shit. I mean, how many times has he been passed up? So like, I don't know, bro. Like that fire from Gilbert has to be in Belal too. So
Yeah, I
I agree.
understand that, but uh, I don't feel like I feel like Burns has got a pathway to it. Bilal really, what's his pathway? Like, who's he? Who does he have to beat?
Bro, he'll
Well,
press him against the cage and just
He's
beat him.
gonna try to wrestle him.
He
No,
will
no, no.
wrestle
What I
him.
mean is like who, like what fighters does he have to beat?
he just has to be Gilbert Burns, in my opinion. I mean, 8-fight win streak, and then you finish Gilbert or beat Gilbert Burns. To what Cade was saying that Do you think Gilbert Burns is talking about all this? He wants a title shot, and it's like, well, if I might be wrong, but isn't he like 37 years old, and he already had his title shot, and he could easily get it right now, but instead they're passing him up and making him do a last-minute fight against a dude that's on an 8-fight win streak. To me, it just doesn't seem like it adds up that they want him in a title shot, but I may be wrong.
Yeah,
No,
but you
it's a
think
title shot fight.
if they put Usman in front of Belal, does he go through? No way.
But wait a minute. Let's be clear here. If
Hmm.
Dariush and Charles fought, this fight doesn't even happen.
Yeah.
I agree 100% with Usman when it's like, all right, and we listen. I am a Mark. I am a Belal fan. I'm gonna say this: there are not a lot of people in the UFC that stay fight ready once they hit the rankings. Like they're ready to get into camp and put it to it. I'm not taking away from these guys, but staying fight ready is something that typically young, hungry guys do. Belal Muhammad stays fight ready. He really does. I'm a fan of the guy. The dude stays fight ready. Anybody in the gym, he's not a gym god, but they just all tell you the dude's here working every day, no matter what. You can't tell he's in camp or he's not in camp because he's at it every day. Gilbert just had a fight. Right back into camp. Like if you're just looking at just like those metrics, like I still think it favors Belal, man. I really do still think it favors Belal. Fuck. I'm a mark though. I'm telling everybody here, I'm a mark for Belal.
Last thing for me, I think the play, if you're really gonna bet this fight, just my opinion, I think the play here is over 4.5 rounds because I think this fight goes to decision.
So I'll be honest. I think that, and I'm not kidding you, and I know the rounds, like the odds will probably be stupid dumb to take on some of them. So like I'll, maybe skip it. But I'm gonna do like my reverse bet down where I think someone can get the finish by the round. So I like sometimes you can look at like if you really think someone can finish the fight, right? Like you're sure and it's a 3-round fight. I've done this many times. You can look at fight to end by Belal in the first, in the second, in the third, if it was a 3-round
Are
fight,
you
right?
talking about them point spreads?
No, I'm talking about like when you just take like Bilal's like I did it
Oh,
with Charles
so and so
Oliveira.
to win in the what round?
Yeah, so I used to do it. I did it with Charles Oliveira twice, right? Where his money line was shit, but you could bet him to win in all 3 rounds and come out further ahead no matter what round he won in than you did betting, 1 unit straight up on his money line. So like I would fade him by betting all the rounds. I will probably really look at the over 2.5, the over 3.5, and the over 4.5 here, just in case it does grind down late at the end. But like the 2.5 to me is locked. The 1.5, of course, I would take it, but it'll probably be fucking minus 800 or some shit. Like it probably just won't be worth taking. But then the 2.5, the 3.5, and the 4.5, like I'm not lying. I'll probably fucking play them all because I don't know. Belal could finish him in my opinion in the late third, fourth, fifth. It could happen because
He
I'm a
can do
fan.
everything. Remember the name.
He can, he can, he can.
All right, remember the main event too. Let's go.
Fuck that main event. I don't want to talk about. I'm joking. Listen, man, I tried to lap this shit twice and it kept going. That's the longest fight of the night so far. Up next, last fight of the night, main event of the night, Aljamain Sterling, 135-pound champion versus vacated and former champion Henry Cejudo, who did not lose the belt. Cejudo is minus 115. Aljo is minus 105. That may have moved. I checked that 12 hours ago, a little more than 12 hours ago. So, yeah, it probably has moved some. Tail of the tape on this fight, Aljamain Sterling is 5'7" tall, 71 inches of reach. Henry is 5'4", 64 inches of reach. Henry has lands at 3.9 strikes per minute. Aljo at 4.7. Aljo absorbs at 2.1. Henry absorbs at 2.7. Both guys average about 2 takedowns per 15 minutes. Neither guy averages a complete submission attempt per 15 minutes. Aljo has a 41% takedown defense. Henry Cejudo is credited with a 93% takedown defense. If you look at his record, it will say that he got taken down by Demetrius Johnson in their second fight in the third round of 5. But I heard Dan Hardy say that didn't happen. So I was like, fuck that. I got to see. It didn't happen. It's actually when they were in a scramble and they just credited DJ with it. You could actually say that. You could actually go watch the Alan Joban breakdown, and he'll show you that through that exchange, Henry actually took ankle control and controlled the takedown and took it there on purpose. So it depending on who you talk to or whose point of view you want to take, that takedown did or did not happen, and Henry could or could not have 100% takedown defense after 12 UFC fights. Aljo's on an 8-fight winning streak. Henry was on a 6-fight winning streak before he called it quits in May of 2020. I was originally on Aljo because I don't like Henry, because I met him and I don't like the guy.
Because you met him?
Yeah. I didn't like him, bro. I didn't like him. So
You met Cejudo?
Yeah, bro. I met 52 fighters last year, and the only dude I walked away saying I didn't like that guy was Henry Cejudo.
Joe.
Wait, why? Why? What?
I knew it
turned you
wasn't a
off?
bit. I knew it wasn't a bit.
No, Joe.
Nah, bro. So here's what happened. You're at the fan expo, right? These dudes are up there at tables of 4. Like there's 4 fighters in a row. So that's a stage, right? And they're sitting at this table. You walk up, you get to meet 4 fighters. They got 4 of these stages. Henry is sitting at the front of the line for one of the stages. He's the first guy. But when you walk up to talk to him, the guy who does MMA Roasted, them two were sitting there having full conversations. Henry was body turned away from everybody. Like he was totally big timing everybody. And I thought, maybe just bad timing because dude just walked up, and I didn't even sweat it. I was just like, he was kind of short and shitty, but whatever, man. These dudes got to meet a bunch of people, and I'm not real petty.
Short.
So I just moved on, right? And then I noticed he did that the whole time he was up there. Like he brought that dude there with him, and he sat there and just kicked it with that dude instead of talking to people the whole time. It rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, bro, that's shit. You're supposed to be the people's this, the whatever. Fuck him. So,
Nah, Joe's lying. Joe's lying. Don't believe his ass.
bro, I'm sorry, break your heart. I will say this though. So I was on Aljo because I don't like Henry, and then Usman gave me shit and told me he's got John Jones confidence in Henry. So I dug in a little bit. I won't lie. I spent some time earlier this week. I did highlight some fights. I did not go tape study, but I did highlight some fights. I've watched all the coverage. I've checked all the numbers. I've watched footage from all the YouTube channels, what these dudes are doing in between these fights, what Henry's been up to while he's off. What Henry's been up to while he's off is very fucking important. Bro, I'm on Henry. I dug in just a little bit, and I am absolutely on Henry. I don't know that I'll bet it because I don't believe in fading myself. That's an old thing, goes back in this space. Like, if you fade yourself, you're going to lose. If you got a bet and you switch it, like we believe, just don't fucking bet it because, So I probably won't fade myself, but, man, I really confidently feel like Henry is the side. Cade was first. Go ahead.
No, I was actually real quick. I was gonna go back to what you said about Henry Cejudo. So when I met him, weird shit, bro. I felt the same way, Joe. He was
He's
just
lying too.
No, dude, he was just an awkward, cocky little motherfucker. Like, I don't know, bro. I felt
Yeah,
the
bro.
same way.
He like when I walked up to meet him, it was almost like he was looking at me like laughing at me, bro. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? So I just rolled on, bro. I had a hat. I was having everybody sign it. So I got a quick autograph from Henry. I just slid it in there and he signed it real quick and I just rolled on.
So real quick, not to keep it dragging on, but who was the guy? What did the guy look like that he was sitting with?
Have you seen the MMA Roasted guy? He runs the MMA Roasted account. He's a comedian. He does the
Yeah,
MMA
does he kind of?
Roasted.
Did he kind of like look like he was like a rich dude?
Maybe upper middle class. He's a middle-aged white guy, kind of slicks back his thinning, balding hair.
Yeah, so that's his business partner that actually helps him. That actually helped him build Fight Ready.
Oh no shit!
Yo, is that the
Yeah.
guy that wears the weird specs?
No. That's his coach. That's his coach.
All right,
That Eric, Coach Eric. Yeah. So a couple other guys. Usman. Go. I don't know who was next. I know Usman's gonna go hard on me. Average. Go ahead.
Can I get? Do you want me to get into the tainted legacies?
The what?
The tainted legacies I've been talking about.
Oh, jeez. Go ahead.
So obviously, with Aljo, you had the flying knee to the head. You had Peyote on. In the rematch, he had no camp. Then he beat TJ with one arm, so he's a bullshit champion. He's a bullshit champion. I'm sorry, but he is.
We can agree with that.
Then with Henry, he beat Demetrius Johnson by a decision that some people say that he lost. He beat a depleted TJ who had to take drugs basically to survive. He beat Marlon Moraes, who turned out to be a punching bag. He beat Dominic Cruz, who hadn't fought since 2016 and took the fight on short notice, and then he bounced. Tainted legacies. And if Aljo wins, he's beating a guy who hasn't fought in 3 years.
Is you done or is you finished?
I was about to say, bro, brace yourself right now, because go ahead.
I don't give a shit.
Is you done or is you finished?
Wait, Average, who do you have?
I have my pick, but hit me with that heat.
No, wait. You got to say, though, after that, who's the pick?
I do have Aljo just because of Usman, just because of his past fights where he has that height and reach advantage. He just picks those guys apart.
So, if I had another device, this was even before Average said all that shit, so don't think like I'm throwing it at you, Average. But if I had another device, I was going to start this off with, that's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker, West Side, give money. But I don't have another thing. Dude, that's such, to me, Henry Cejudo is my only favorite fighter. Somebody can ask me who my favorite fighters are. I can't give you an answer. Henry Cejudo is my number one. The DJ thing pisses me the fuck off. He won a split decision. Everybody wants to cry robbery. 3 of the 5 rounds, they were literally equal or 1 strike difference. That's where Cejudo got the takedowns. That's how you win fights. If it's fucking equal, you get a takedown, you have control time. That's how you win fights, because it's equal. So there's that. TJ Dillashaw, you cannot be on both sides of the fence and be like, oh, well, fucking PEDs are going to help you. But then also like, oh, well, teach him PEDs because he needed the help. And it's like, no, he fucking cheated and still got blasted in 23 seconds. He got bullied. He got pushed over. People go back. Look at that fucking first 2 seconds of that lightning fucking speed. Cejudo lands a kick and a punch, and TJ's like, "Oh shit, I am way in over my head." that Marlon Moraes, everybody wants to shit on Marlon Moraes. The dude was 17-1 in his last 18 fights, had a KO over the fake champ Aljo, right there, the fake champ that everybody's talking about right now. Fucking, and now it's a bad win, but fucking he was the fucking rightful title fighter or rightful title contender because he was fucking stoning everybody, killing people dead. Sorry, Cejudo was the one that broke him. That's just what happens. And then Dominic Cruz, everybody during the fight and everybody after the fight was like, well, Dominic was winning that fight. Dominic was winning that fight off a 3-year layoff. Yeah, that's the guy that says fucking rust ain't real. That's the guy that says rust ain't real. And actually, he ain't washed because he's still getting wins right now. So I don't know why anybody wants to talk about that was a shitty win. He was also the first person to ever fucking KO Dominic Cruz. And then, TJ and Cruz fights were fucking, they were stopped early. I shared a GIF earlier today. You cannot be face down, hands down, and have a 14 fucking strike combo land directly into your face and say it was an early stoppage. Nah, you got your hands and your face directly into the fucking ground. TJ was dropped fucking 3 times in 30 seconds. Sorry, I'm talking about my favorite fighter here.
No, it's
But
okay.
hey,
Can I have a rebuttal?
not
Just a
yet.
small rebuttal.
Not yet. To be real though, I feel like I was a man on an island these whole fucking Aljamain Sterling fights too. I was going for him against fucking Peter the first time because y'all know I'm a Peter Yan hater. I was going for him the second time because you know I'm a Peter Yan hater. And TJ, I wanted TJ to win, but we knew that fucking Aljo was gonna win this. So I'm not over here just being like, oh, Cejudo's my favorite fighter and I dislike Aljo. No, I'm a fan of Aljo. I don't think the size is going to matter. He doesn't have his grappling advantage here. He doesn't have the speed advantage. He doesn't have the striking advantage. I'm riding with my fucking boy, and I'm probably going to be hitting that fucking Cejudo KO line as well. Let's go. Go ahead, Average.
All right, Average.
Just on the TJ thing, I know it's not a bad stoppage, and I just say that he beat a depleted TJ because I just think that fight would have been a lot closer at 135. That's all. With TJ not being so depleted and not on EPO.
But like, whose fault is that? Everybody talks about DJ being the GOAT, and DJ never even wanted to go up to 135 to fight him. You know what I mean? Like, whose fault
That
is
is
that?
true.
TJ is the one that came down, and he looks. As much as I'll fucking defend Henry, yeah, he looks super shitty. Fucking on the scales. And if you go through my history right now on Twitter, I've probably tweeted that picture of him the night before weigh-ins with fucking, like, I think I counted, it's like 47 bottles of vitamins and shit on his fucking table as he looks like a skeleton. Yeah, he looked fucking dead. But you know what? In the fight, he looked healthy. He looked fine. He looked cut
And got
up.
knocked
He
down by
looked,
a push.
and
Got
he got
knocked down
no.
by a push.
Rewatch it. Kick, punch, head kick directly lands right on the chin, and then he fucking gets knocked down by a push. That boy was rocked. Now, if you want to say it was because he was depleted, that's cool. I'm not gonna argue it. I really ain't gonna argue it. But TJ came down. He made that decision. He got smoked in 30 seconds. Fucking TJ or Aljo took 2 rounds to fucking beat TJ Dillashaw with 1 arm.
I mean,
That's it for me.
it's hard to argue. I mean, I did see the path for Aljo till I looked, and then I didn't see it no more. D baby, what's good, bud?
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Damn, I'm late to the show.
That's all right. Who you on, Aljo or Henry?
Man, shit. Honestly, I don't even think I'm gonna bet on that fight. I'm just gonna watch it as a fan. Like, I already got other spots, so I ain't even tripping about that fight.
Give me 2 locks of the night.
Shit. I think,
And that includes overs, motherfucker, because we know you hitting on them fucking overs.
Yeah, bro. I don't need money lines, bro. Just give me your 2 best bets. Fuck a money line.
shit, off the top of my head, I don't know if that nigga Russian, but the dude that's fighting Phil Halls, I think he a lot, man. I don't know, man. Niggas forget that Phil Hall had a bad injury from Roman deletes. So I'm not taking my chances on him.
Yeah, his last knockout, that last fight where he got knocked out pretty bad.
Right. So I'm going. Is that dude Russian? Well, I think he a lock.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I did some tape on it
He is
and
Russian.
watched it. I mean, yeah, he's the Russian dude's only lost to
Yeah,
Khamzat
he gave
Chimaev,
Hamzat some work
and
too. He gave some.
yeah, he's a pretty strong dude, but so is Phil Haas. So I'm kind of worried about it going, later rounds or decision. I don't know if he can really finish him unless Phil Haas has a bad night.
So what you saying? Phil Hawes is lying? I mean, of course Phil Hawes is lying. Like, dude.
He's just tough. He's a tough
Yeah,
guy.
you right. And the other one is what's his name? Um, oh yeah, and Kyle Williams. Those are my two locks off the top of my head. I still ain't do my homework though, but those are my
All right.
two locks on top of my head though.
Yeah, you do like Williams. I know you do, bro. You be cashing on his ass too.
Anybody like him or y'all fading him?
Yeah, I mean, but
Wait,
he's fighting
Chaos?
nobody. I mean, Chaos is fighting nobody.
You on
He
Chaos?
better win. He's got a lot to lose.
Yeah, he's on chaos.
Let's go, baby. Me too, baby.
Let's go.
Nah, Chaos is a problem, yo. Like, he fought some stiff competition. He fought Michel Pereira, knocked out Bieza, like, Smellsburger.
Them wide
Did you say
ugly
smells
shots.
bigger?
Them wide ugly shots, though. Like I think that could leave some opening for Rolando. I mean, like I said, he's not the most powerful striker, most powerful puncher, but I mean, if he could add his volume in there, I think Rolando has a chance.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, I'm having trouble capping the Gilbert Burns fighting the Muhammad. Like who y'all got on that?
Oh, please. We spent like a half hour on this
I
already,
should make
bro.
it quick
Oh,
The
then.
lucky
baby.
all was
No.
that.
Don't let
Just say
go.
Make it
Please
quick.
don't even
just
start.
just lucky
I'm
that all
team.
wasn't here. It would have been an hour.
All right. I'm
Joe
Belal.
takes Belal.
Usman takes Belal. Everybody else, I don't know what they take. It doesn't matter.
Gilbert
I take
bias.
Burns.
Yeah, I took Burns as well.
Yeah, I took
Gilbert
Burns.
purely out of bias.
No, I meant Belal. I took Belal.
Yo, I wasn't here for the fight, but who's here is on Willie Cat?
That was a cricket fight. But if anything, I'll probably take Willie Cat.
Yo, who's that? Who's Willie Cat?
Yeah, who the
That's
hell
the
is
start of the
Willie?
card.
That's a card opener. He's fighting Johnny Munoz
It's
Jr. Hey,
official.
and is he fighting Johnny Munoz Jr.? Yes, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Daniel
Santos.
Santos fighting on you.
Oh, okay, Santos. I didn't know that was his nickname.
Nobody did tape on that fight. I'm betting the fight not to go the distance, but no side.
Man, I went to school with the Johnny Munoz Jr. and that guy was super fucking weird. One day he came to school in his older sister's like sleeping gown, and it was like, man, your sister probably looks real hot in this, but what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Hey,
You probably said it to him just like that too, bro.
He
I
would have
know
knocked
you.
you out, I think.
But, dude, I thought you were homeschooled. That's kind of weird. Yeah.
Shit. All right, I'm gonna lap the card out. I got a couple of scratch it or bet it questions I thought we could do. I got a small bunch of
Yeah, I
them.
got some sleep to get to. See you guys next week. Peace.
Rhino, thank you
Later,
as always,
Rhino.
bro. We'll catch you next week. When Trace's baby gets here, we're gonna do a
A
earlier
live
show.
Q&A.
No, we'll be doing probably a Wednesday. He bounced. Anyway, fuck it. I'll tell him. I'll DM him. So here's one for you. The winner of Henry versus Aljo, regardless of who it is, calls out Volk. Scratch it or bet it.
Bet it.
Scratch it.
Bet it.
I'm 50-50.
50-50.
All right.
Volk not
Why?
looking at no 135ers,
Because
bro. He's looking to move up.
because I think Aljo might. I think Henry might call out O'Malley.
Aljo barely wants to move up. Shit, I mean, fucking Merab could defend, fucking gatekeep for him all the time. He'll take it.
don't
Yeah,
think.
there's definitely rumblings that he wants to go up for sure, that he's planning to go up. So
No,
I think
I think
Aljo,
Henry wouldn't mind the payday.
Yeah,
Saying no.
they
Henry
both are
I
playing.
talked to I think Joe remembers me saying this, but I ended up doing my interview with Ray Longo, and he said if he beats Henry this weekend, then his last fight at 35 is Sean O'Malley. He said that he thinks he has to take that fight from a coaching standpoint before he moves up, and then after that he's moving up to 45. But he said no matter what, it's in the cards for Aljamain to move up.
So I feel like, and I'm not going against Ray, and I listened to your interview, Kate. I hit the like button a few times. I don't know if it tells you or whatever, but I listened to that. Anyways, I think that Aljo will get to move up. So I think if Aljo wins, they'll let him go up to protect Sean. I think Sean, Henry, horrible, or Aljo and Henry are horrible matchups for Sean. I think the UFC needs the two of them not in the way so Sean can go up and win, and they'll just not give Merab the title shot. Dana will do his typical Dana White shit, and he'll say the kid didn't want the title shot. He said he didn't want the title shot. And, yeah, I don't
He'll
know.
call him a kid too.
He
He'll
will.
say it
That's
he'll
exactly
say it
what
the
he'll
exact
say.
same way. He'll say it the exact way you just said it.
I know, and that he'll protect Sean for a good fucking 18 months, 24 months before he even has to deal with Merab. I really feel like that's the move for the UFC. And I thought, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't Henry trying to come back to fight Volk first? And then they said
Yes.
no.
Yeah,
So he took the Aljo, he got the Aljo fight.
Yeah, he actually was, and actually, I mean, I'm not disrespecting Henry or nothing, but he might. I think Aljo's a better matchup for him than fucking Volk is.
He was calling for Volk, I think it was pre-Ortega. I think.
I felt like he went on with it for a little while. I
Yeah,
didn't.
he did.
Yeah,
He
it
was
was a
gonna come
little
back
while,
and
but
fight at 45 against Volk, because his plan is that he wanted to be known as a guy that won a championship in all three divisions.
he started calling himself a Triple C or some bullshit.
Well, and if you look at BT Sports, all them guys will go watch their thing. They all think he wants to be triple champ. If you go watch the training videos from um, like John Jones and all that era, all the guys who was, you can catch samples or tidbits of Henry talking about comeback. I think the dude wants 145. I think he wants 145 to retire. I think Aljo is strictly his move, like, you take a fight to get the title fight. I feel like he's taking a fight to get the 145-pound fight. Maybe I'm wrong.
no, I agree with you. I think he's just doing it just to like stay in shape, and then he's gonna move up.
I think Henry's too small for fucking 45, man.
So
That's not
I
disrespecting him, man. I've stood right next to the guy, and you guys, trust me, he looks bigger on TV, man. That dude is small.
I
oh
mean,
I know.
Aljo's tall for
Like, yeah,
Aljo's
Joe,
big for
you could even
35
tell. I
as
mean,
well.
you stood next to Henry, dude. Like, tell them he's fucking little, man.
But think about this, and I'm gonna bring up Conor McGregor was not big enough at the time to fight at 155, but the perfect guy for him to fight was the champion size wise. If you think like, okay, I'm not going to argue skill who could win the fight. Like, I don't want to open that can of worms. But if Henry's looking at who could I sizably match up with at 145, it's Volk. He's only 5'6", Henry's 5'4". Like, it's definitely Volk is the guy he probably feels like he can match up with.
You know
Volk's
what?
got like 7 inches reach on him though,
I
which is
actually
gonna be
retract.
huge.
I retract that statement. Actually, I don't think I. You know what? Aljamain's a pretty big motherfucker too.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's why I said that. I said
so
he's
yeah.
big for 35. He's
So
incredibly
actually,
long for 35.
he's technically fighting what should be a 45er. And you know what? I've seen Aljamain stand next to some of these 45ers, and I even thought to myself, damn, this motherfucker looks like he could fight at 55.
Bro, so Aljo wants to be able to go all the way up to welterweight before he retires.
Yeah, I don't think welterweight's good. I think 55 he could probably do by the end of his career, but welterweight, whew.
He walks around over welterweight weights when he is not fighting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
He's big boy. He's a big
He is,
fucking
dude.
guy.
Actually, Brady Heastan was trading with him for his last camp,
Okay.
and he posted a picture, and I texted Brady. I was like, dude, why does he look like fucking Shrek next to you? Like, he looks like he could take his hand and palm your face.
What Brady
Like,
say? He
he's,
could take his hand and palm my face. Like I'm
huh?
not.
No, I said that to Brady, and Brady said, yeah, bro, he's huge for 135.
Yeah, he really is. Like it's not questionable. He's fucking real big for the weight. So I don't know. I feel like Volk is the right guy for either one of them size wise to move up. I don't have a lot of faith in the 145-pound division right now. So I'm probably not the guy to be on it too much. I feel like the guys that should be at the top of that division just aren't getting the push. Like Topuria should be fighting a top 3 guy right now. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He should be fighting a top 3 guy right now. He should be
Yo,
talking.
Joe, going back to your point about Aljo moving to welterweight, I don't think he's got any chance, bro. Like if you watch, because I follow Aljo on his YouTube and stuff, like they do all these wrestling videos and shit, right? And the way he gets picked up by some of these guys, personally, I'm a rugby person. Like I played rugby for a lot of years, and you can just tell from somebody that like the way you can pick him up, right? He's too light. Like obviously he can grow to his size, but he gets picked up too easily, right? I don't feel like he can do anything there. They're just gonna ragdoll him there.
I don't disagree, but when you watch enough of his videos and the YouTubes and the lead ups to his fights, you'll hear guys make reference to him being a welterweight. I think it's silly, if I'm being honest. I think it's silly. I'm not arguing it. All right, I'm gonna skip on. Here's one. Henry can beat Merab. Scratch it or bet it.
Bet it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Wait, you said Henry can beat Merab?
Scratch it or bet it.
Oh
Scratch it.
shit, man.
I bet it.
You know, bro, I really don't want to disrespect Cejudo like that, man. But it's like after what Merab, the pace that he fought at last time. Honestly, I think that fight's just gonna come down to who has better cardio, man.
I
I'm
think that
gonna scratch that one. I want to see Henry fight this weekend and see what that layoff did to him. Not saying that it did a lot to him and he wasn't doing shit during his layoff, but I just want to kind of see this weekend where Henry's at because I don't give a fuck what any MMA fighter says or fan says. I think if you take 2-3 years off, man, you're not. I don't think you're the best version of you. Um, so that's going to say a lot about Henry if he comes out and gets the dub in this fight, who he really is, in my opinion. I want to see him fight this weekend before I could even make that decision. So I'll just scratch it for now.
I agree. I definitely agree. It's hard to know, but man, just based off his track record, I think I don't know. Just all of that aside, actually, I think Merab is his worst matchup. Like, just win or lose, that's got to be his worst fucking matchup right now. Usman is super high on Henry without fucking trolling you or anything. You think he does better or worse with Merab than he does with Aljo Usman?
That's a good question. I think he beats them both, but I just think it's funny. Cejudo's got to be the most disrespected fighter, let alone champion, fucking ever. Because Merab was everybody's bitch before his last fight. Everybody hated Merab. Everybody picked against Merab. Oh, yon this, yon that. Merab sucks. And now we're gonna fucking say, oh yeah, Merab, he's gonna beat the guy who was a 3-weight champion, Olympic champion wrestler, fucking beat the GOAT at 125, beat fucking TJ Dillashaw, and then went ahead and beat the GOAT at 135. I don't know. I didn't answer your question, but Cejudo definitely the most disrespected fighter and champion out there.
All right. All
Fuck all y'all.
What about? So this will end this particular subject. The winner of Aljo versus Henry could actually get the 45 shot from the UFC. I scratch it. I don't think it matters what they call out. I think the division was already stalled up, and it doesn't fucking matter. They've got to. I know that Yuri's getting a fight, but even after that fight, I feel like they've got to try to move it on. I don't think they could bring one of them guys up. I think they make them fight one to get the title shot. I really do. I mean, what do you guys think? I'll repeat the question. The winner of Aljo versus Henry could actually get the 145 shot from the UFC. Scratch it or bet it.
Scratch it. I think Volk wants to go back up to 55.
Bet it.
Yeah, I'll bet that.
Bet that shit,
Yep.
man.
Yeah, probably same boat, but just because, I mean, if Henry wins, he gets to go up. Aljo, Kate already said he's not going to go up yet. So, but for Henry, yeah, I'll bet it.
I mean,
Yeah. Plus they're big names already right now, right? So why wouldn't you put Aljo Cejudo with against Volk? And UFC wants to have those money fights.
well, it's not.
That's what I think.
It's not if when Volk beats the snot out of Yair Rodriguez, he's moving up.
Say it again.
I said it's not about.
Say it again.
I said it's not if. It's about when Volk beats the snot out of
Let's
Yair
go.
Rodriguez, he's moving up.
Man, so I'll be honest. At an instant look, I never picked Volk, and I was like, oh man, Volk again. Like that was how I felt when I seen that they gave him Yair. Whatever. I'm not gonna bag on that fight. It is what it is. How about this one? The winner of Belal versus Gilbert actually gets the next title shot. I mean, I know
They should.
I know that there's one booked. I understand that, but the following title shot.
I'll bet
Yeah,
that
bet
shit.
it.
Bet
For
it
sure bet
all
that
day.
shit.
I don't think either one of them ever get a title shot. Like I don't know why.
Bro, Belal, if he wins, come on. Are you
Yeah,
kidding me? Even
9
Dana
fight win
can't deny
streak.
that one.
He's definitely getting
Bro,
it.
I
And
don't know
wins
why
too.
everybody hates this guy, bro. He's gonna win again and get released or some shit. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck. This man just wins. All he does is win.
I could be off. I could be off, Joe, but I think everyone remembers when Belal was getting starched up by Edwards, man. Like you cannot let that leave your mind. Like he was getting starched up big time.
You talking about that dirty motherfucker that cheated to get out of the fight against Belal?
Come on, man.
I seen
Wait,
that
what was
fight,
the
bro.
question again?
The winner of Gilbert versus Belal gets the next title shot. Scratch it or bet it.
If Gilbert wins, I still think it's going to Colby, just because.
No. So we're talking about the one after that. We know
Yeah,
Colby's getting it. The
yeah,
one
he already got
after
it.
that.
Kobe already got the title fight.
Okay, well if that's okay, I mean, fuck, bro, that's hard to deny. If Belal wins, bro, you can't deny him. But if Gilbert wins, I can see them pulling some bullshit. But if Belal beats Gilbert, bro, you can't deny him, bro. There's no way. If you do that, then you know Dana's playing favorite bullshit.
I mean, it'd be hard to deny Gilbert too because he's been nothing but a
Yeah.
company man this year.
You can't
Who's
deny
Burns gonna
Belal if he
face?
beats Gilbert, man. You can't.
I mean,
Same
you
for
can't. I
Volk.
mean, his wins have been sort of like below like
Bro,
out of
let
the
me
top
tell you
10, but he's been
something.
Wait a
nothing.
minute. Wait. Whose wins have been?
Gilbert's this year. I'm saying so far, but I'm saying because someone said
Okay.
who was Gilbert beat. Someone
Bro,
just
if
said who was
there's,
Gilbert
I
beaten.
just,
But I'm saying this year he's been nothing but a company man, and this fight he's doing them a favor. So
Hey, Kobe was a company man showing up to make weight for no reason, and he got a title fight.
I
Some
mean,
bullshit.
I'm gonna say this: if there's any integrity to this game, to this sport, if those rankings mean anything, if Belal Muhammad on May 6th beats Gilbert Burns and does not get a title shot, I am not a Belal fan, and I stand here and say that is fucking bullshit. That's facts.
So let me throw the absolute wrench in the spoke here. So I feel the same way. But the next question is Usman has called for Chimaev. That fight happens for them both next. Scratch it or bet it.
scratch it. Tomorrow of 85.
Bet it
Ooh.
just because I want to see Usman retire.
Usman's asking for Chimaev. He's asking
Scratch
for it.
it.
Scratch it because I
Yeah,
already know who
I seen the
Chimaev's
video.
fighting next.
Who's he
Who?
fighting?
They're trying to get him and Paulo
Costa.
Costa done
Oh my.
Gourmet Chichin.
October, Abu
Yeah, I've
Dhabi.
seen that too. But if Chimaev beats Usman, Belal Gilbert winner does not get the title fight. I'm sorry, they get passed over again. That's just how it'll go. Like, and them dudes, yeah, they've got. If anybody else swoops in with any star power, they get passed over Gilbert Belal. That's how I feel, man. So I don't know. All right, I got just a couple more of them. Francis ends up re-signing with the UFC anyway. Scratch it or bet it.
I would love it.
Scratch
Bet
it.
it.
Scratch that.
Oh man, that's a fucking good one.
Just a
I
big
would
Dana
love
bet.
White
that,
has
but
sunk in his
scratch
heels
that.
in.
Bet
He's
it.
sunk in his heels in.
Where's he gonna go? Like,
He's worth nothing if he doesn't come back and fight John Jones, bro. He's worth
PFL.
nothing.
Well, Chael Sonnen did say that he did sign with PFL, but it's Chael Sonnen. You can't really hold weight to what he says. But
Yeah.
The fuck out of here with that Chael son and shit. And I'm not dogging you. It's Chael with his bullshit.
But
Baby, what you got, bro?
Hey, you gotta go.
wait, what?
he had to prove that he has his hoes, bro, or ladies.
He
Hey,
had to prove that he's got
my
to
man,
go.
Baby had to prove that him and Gabe ain't a thing.
Y'all got jokes. Hey, that nigga gay. Gay want me, man, with his gay ass.
It's okay, baby. Hey,
Listen, baby.
at least you showing up with the fucking proof for once. Shit.
Listen.
Y'all niggas funny, man. Like, what time? Man, hey, stop playing. Come to Vegas. What's up?
He said,
Baby,
"Tia
listen.
Toya, where you at?"
Listen, baby. You got the biggest fan club I've known. From all the people that I be around on Twitter, bro. You got a fan club of dudes love to talk about you. All they can do is focus
But for
on
real, how
baby
could
for
you not
hours
love this
on
dude
end,
though?
bro. Man, it's crazy. They be talking about your picks are trash. So then you post the biggest tickets. Period.
Back to
Nobody else
back
around.
weeks.
Back to
Bro,
back.
fuck back to back weeks, bro. I've seen baby do this for like 9 months to
Hey,
people, bro.
hey,
Like,
baby.
Oh damn.
Hey, baby. Don't be lying, bruh. The one week I was like, you know what, baby, you be cashing. Send me one of them tickets. Let's see if it hits. You send me that ticket. Don't be lying. You switch some things up because I lost on the first motherfucking play of that shit.
Bro, nigga, on God, I was like, hey, I'm gonna switch some shit up. And I put it in the message like, hey, I'm gonna switch some shit up if y'all want the other shit. I don't know if you talking about that week, but
No, I'm talking about like two
nah.
weeks ago, and I hit you in the DM. I was like, "Yo, let me see what them things are about." And you sent it to me, and I was like, "No way, this motherfucking ticket did not just lose on the first play."
Hey, I did switch some
yeah,
shit
bro.
up, bro. Hey man,
I
you know
got to
ticket
admit,
goes.
Good parlays get played late, bro. So shit gets switched up. You know, weigh-ins and all this other shit. Good
Facts,
parlays get played late. That's honest.
Facts.
facts,
You always got to mix it up, no matter what.
facts. I had to switch it up. When you do your home, you like, oh shit, I just noticed this. Oh, I gotta switch it up. It be like that. My bad, K. I'm gonna get you a
I
winning
know
game
you
though, for
didn't do it
sure.
on purpose, bro. I'll forgive you this time.
Nah, he did on purpose. He don't want you to win, Cade.
So
Nah, I
here's
want
what I
to win,
will
but
say. Here's what I will say. I am not in any way kissing up the baby or saying he's the biggest bettor on Twitter because he's not. I'm sure of it, right? But here's what I'll say. I've been in these groups that we've had. I'm in. I've left, but I'm in a bunch of other groups. I get added to groups all the fucking time, constantly. Once a week, I'm added to a fucking MMA group through this account. Like it constantly gets hammered, and I usually check them out before I bounce out. But if I'm not going to partake, I leave out. And before this space, I was in the most infamous space. I was in library space. I was there. I've seen tickets posted, bro. There's two people. I have seen Milo, which is Tajik, and I have seen Baby post $10,000 tickets. I haven't seen any more. People can hate on these two people all they want. I've seen them repeatedly.
Baby is the
I've seen,
best $10 better there is in the world. Shit.
bro.
hey man, I can switch it up.
No,
I say
Hey,
baby's the
10,000.
baby.
best $30 better ever.
Hey,
$30, bro. This
baby.
motherfucker be cashing $1,000 every fucking week.
Here's what
Hey,
I
K,
know.
baby.
Here's what I know. If I land in Las Vegas, because I'm going, right? And just say for some reason I'm out in Vegas and I go broke. That's not going to happen. But let's just say I'm out in Vegas. I had too much fun. I spend all my cho, max them cars out, and I got like 25 bucks in my pocket. I'm getting on my Twitter and I'm hitting up Baby and I'm being like, yo, bro, I need like a G to get me through the week. So let me Venmo you this $25 real quick so you could Venmo me back half of that $2,000 parlay I need you to go hit real quick. That would be my only plan if I was in Vegas because I've seen this man fucking do it at least a dozen times and I'm not kissing his ass. Like,
Nah, bro, you
man.
showing love, bro. You showing love, man. If you on,
I've
bro.
seen it. And the other dude that catches a lot of shit, bro, I've seen $100,000 cashes from Tajik. I've seen his tickets.
From
I can screenshot.
from your guys' knowledge.
From what? Tajik?
Yeah, I'm just
From
giving
his
him shit.
page.
Yeah, no, but bro, I've seen his tickets. I've
Nah,
seen
same
his
here.
fucking tickets. Like
I
it's
Badass
co-sign. I
tickets
co-sign.
before.
I
yeah,
could
he's
Photoshop.
you know what I mean? Like I've just seen guys that hit it and I feel like guys that do well get hated on. Some other guys do make themselves play themselves silly.
Now you know what? Now
Amir
that
Albazi gets a title shot if he beats Kai Kara France. Scratch it or bet it.
Scratch it.
I
Scratch.
think he gets one.
scratch that whole fight.
Kai,
Fuck you,
I
bro.
hope
I like
I hope
Albazi.
Kai Kara France
I like
fucking
that dude, bro.
knocks his block off.
Oh, Cade was talking shit about him and cut out. See that shit?
I said I hope fucking Kai knocks his block off.
Oh, so here's the problem, right? Albazi's fighting a dude that's lost to Moreno 3 times, right?
Twice.
Oh, twice. He got knocked out twice.
Are we gonna sit here and start hating on my man Moreno?
No, I was just saying if you lose to Cara France, you definitely can't get a fucking title shot. So it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing.
This is gonna be
Uh,
one of those. This is gonna be one of those fights where I have a little shrine and stuff, and I'm fucking sacrificing a little chicken or something, and just praying, please, Lord, don't let Kai Kara France win this fight. Please, please, or Lord, whoever's out there taking these sacrifices, I don't want to see fucking Kara France in a win or a title shot.
you don't want to see the trilogy? It's not a trilogy when you lose twice. DC told everybody that, bro. I don't know. I don't know what the question is. All right, last one of the night. Regardless of the path, that's not what matters. By December 2023, AP is fighting for the 205 title. Scratch it or bet it.
I'll bet that.
I'll bet it.
I think so too.
Yeah, I bet it.
Who you guys
They'll
think?
probably give him Johnny Walker or some shit.
Nah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, who you guys think they'll give him first? Because he's going up. Who you think he's getting first?
If they give him Johnny Walker first, that's like a slap in the face to Johnny, because like just after all this time where he was just building himself, trying to get himself back, they're gonna give him fucking Alex, bro. Like Johnny's gonna go like sleep in round one, bro. Like, but yeah,
I think he gets someone higher than that. Johnny's 7, so your top 5 are Hill is champ. Then you got Yuri, Magnomed, Jan, Rakic, Anthony Smith, Krylov, then Walker. I think he gets someone. I think he gets Rakic, Smith, Jan, like one of them guys right there.
Isn't Walker fighting Anthony Smith? So if Walker beats him, the Johnny Walker fight could happen.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's realistic. Usman, go ahead.
Considering how much the UFC likes Alex Pereira, y'all know damn well he's getting Ion Cutelaba.
What happened there?
He's getting who?
He's getting Ion Cutelaba.
I can't hear Usman. Is he talking?
Ion Cutelaba, he said.
Yeah, he's talking right now. Oh, you said Cutelaba?
I only just called it.
All right, here. I'm going to remove his mic. And then I'm going to send him an invite as a speaker.
Oh, I forgot about Magomed. Oh, Magomed deserves a title shot too, though. He's on the cusp.
Yeah, I can hear you.
They're fucking giving him Cutelaba for sure.
Cutelaba.
They say, hey, yo, just knock this fucking guy out real quick and you get a title shot. And everybody's going to be like, oh, shit, he put out Cutelaba.
I thought it would be Paul Craig. Just go knock out that motherfucker. Keep it stinking and go knock that dude out. It won't be a problem. Bro, yeah, so Azaza, I hear you, bro. That's why I said it's got to be shot, in my opinion. Because I agree with you. Magnomed is he deserves it. But if they give AP Jan and knocks Jan out, Magnomed gets forgotten, bro. Nobody cares about him. AP gets a title shot. It's the UFC, bro. It is what it is.
I agree with that.
And the guy that beat AP when he only had like 15 pro fights just joined MMA. So learn his name because he's fighting at 205. And
It's happening again.
What's his name,
again, bro?
Wait, what's his name?
Oh, I'll fucking find it and send it to you. There's a guy that he beat AP in boxing, bro, and I just seen them talking about I just fucking seen it. He's coming over to MMA. He fights at 205. Like, bro, all he's got to do is smoke 3 dudes real fast in some regional
It's happening
shit.
again.
The UFC's gonna sign him, give him Cutelaba.
And you know he's gonna get easy fights, right, Joe?
Oh, all the way to the top, bro. Best man.
Yeah.
Come on.
just like AP.
No.
And
Sean
then
Strickland at a catch weight.
And then at the press conferences, people will say to Dana, isn't this the same story? And Dana will look him dead in the face and go, no, this is completely different. This is completely different when you look. I think if you look at it, if you really look at what these guys are fighting for, this isn't the same at all. That's what he'll say to motherfuckers. That is what he'll say.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid.
Bro, he just hired Vince McMahon. Say whatever you want. They just hired
Vince couldn't script this shit better.
Bro, I've said that 1,000 times since that day. Vince couldn't script this shit better.
Nah, he could write a good script. Come on.
Bro, listen, he fabricated the shit out of the Gon Ngannou fight. He was like, fuck it. They're rivals, man. They grew up together. Sell it. Like, he didn't give
And Francis was just like, fuck you.
Oh man, like he didn't give a shit. And Anyways, boys, that's all I've got for the night. If anybody's got anything they want to,
I joined
I'm
late.
going
Did
to
you talk
go
about
into kind of
the two?
shutting it down.
I joined late.
That
Did you
works.
talk about the 289 main event change?
Say that again.
What was that?
I joined late. Did you talk about the 289 main event change?
No, we did not. We did not. Who is it?
Juliana Pena's out. It's now Irina Alekseeva.
Is it really?
Yeah, Juliana broke a rib.
Oh man, that.
Oh, I sent it to the group chat, but yeah, I guess I didn't announce
Yeah,
it.
that got switched up.
She's
Yeah,
not
it
facing
was all over
Nunes no
Twitter.
more.
Juliana broke some ribs. Yeah.
Damn, Belal's fucking her up.
Man, that's I didn't know that. I like Juliana, so I think that's trash. How about that? That's shit. I like Juliana, so I wanted.
So do I. I've got a Juliana shirt lying around somewhere.
Yeah.
Damn, boy.
Now I gotta go get one and post a picture. You fuck. Usman, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's shit, but if you think that's shit, what is gonna be the fucking main event for the fight night that comes up in 2 weeks? Because now Pennington has no opponent, and co-main event was Edmund Shabazian versus Fluffy Hernandez. I don't know if you're gonna want
Shit.
that as the main
Yeah.
event.
What are they gonna do with Rocky?
So they will. Let me go. Hold on. So when is 289? 4 weeks from now.
June 10th.
All right. So they are going to rob Oliveira Dariush. They're going to delay it. Oh no, you said for a fight night.
Yeah,
They'll.
because Rocky was supposed to fight Irina Alekseeva.
I
In
predict
two
they
weeks.
ask Meeboff versus Chris Curtis to fight early, or Chris Dawkins, Khalil Roundtree to fight early. That's what I guess. I don't know why. I just think they'll look at 289 and try to pull 2 weeks early. That's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what would make sense to me. Where else are you going to get two people worthy? I mean, I guess they don't have to be worthy. They could fucking give us anybody they want. They've proven that lately.
Would you be mad at Michael Johnson being the main card opener, being the main event against Carlos Diego Fiera?
No, not on a fight night. You couldn't be mad at Michael Johnson, bro. That's a fucking. It's gonna be a banger. Like you couldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight, right?
I would think so.
Same night.
That's on that card. I'm
Yep.
looking at that card right now. But
Yeah, yeah, opens up the main card.
well, couldn't they just push Anthony Smith Walker off of the Rosenstruth Almeida card back a week?
They could.
That would solve that
Oh
whole
yeah,
problem if they could get
easy.
Walker and Smith.
Or Rodriguez
Yeah, I
Gary.
was just about to say that, bro. Even Rodriguez Gary. I mean,
Why the
honestly,
fuck is that fight night so stacked?
yeah, that is a.
Like Morono, Tim Means, Derns, Hill. That's a pretty good ass fucking main. Oh, it's ABC.
UFC on ABC. That's why. Because that's a banger of a fucking card, bro. Jairzinho Almeida, Walker Smith, Gary Rodriguez, Dern Hill, Moreno, Tim Means. Your prelims are Matt Brown, Court McGee, Chase Sherman, Carl Williams, whatever. Cody Stamen.
There's
Yeah, they fade a little bit in the early prelims, but those probably aren't even on ABC. It's probably just the main fucking card anyway. Man, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it a lot, man. We're getting that. We're getting Oberg, Pulteria. Fucking that Nathan Levy fight is gonna be a banger. Ji-Young Kim loves to get her face beat in, and Brian Battle. I really fuck with this whole damn card.
Wait, what card is that?
That's next week's. Next
Oh,
week's.
UFC on ABC, Rosenstruck versus Almeida. But they could still bump one of them fights and put any low-level fight on there to make it up. They could do that. They could also pull early. But
You don't
they
think they
might
just
let,
give Rocky someone random?
or they let Edmund Shabazi and Anthony Hernandez just headline it. How many fights are on the card? That's going to matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if we go to the prelims, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 listed. They do a lot of 10-fight cards lately, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just fucking scratch it.
that's gonna be a good card, though. It's a decent card.
Yeah, it's not a bad card. I just wouldn't be surprised if they scratch it. If, don't even add a fight.
So giving Rocky someone random's just out of the question.
No, I don't think it's out of the question. I just don't know who. Let me see if I can hit the rankings. I don't know who else is all fighting is my problem right now. Okay, so they could step someone up that's down in like the 10. You have, she is ranked at, I don't even know her rank is my problem. I'm trying to find her. I know she's fucking ranked. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know who they could give her. I'm trying to get in on the fly, but I don't know who she'll get. Huntington is she
She's in the
not
top 5.
where?
Wait, what
What
weight class?
rankings? Bantamweight.
The women's
What are we
bantamweight.
talking about?
Raquel Pennington.
Is she? Oh, she is. I was looking at the wrong fucking set, man. I had the
Oh,
pound for pound next to the other two. So she's number 2. Holly, Vieira, Aldana, Diana Santos. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess isn't Macy, whatever, however you say her last name, coming off a win?
No, she lost her whole reign.
Oh, did she?
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
body
sure, yeah.
shot.
Wait, how does this Irene Aldana get a title shot just like that?
She doesn't.
Because four
Wow.
Mexican champions, dude. Come on. Shut your mouth. Just love it. Enjoy it. Cash.
Is
Cash
Caitlin
money.
Vieira fighting anybody?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
But she
All right.
sucks
Didn't
too.
didn't Pennington just beat Vieira?
Yes, Pennington just beat her
That,
January
that's
14th.
true. That's true.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, that card
Look,
sounds
they
like it's
should
fucking fucked. It sounds like
No,
that fight sounds like it's fucked. I
they
got
should
nothing,
do
man.
they should do what they should have done at the beginning and just fucking put Pennington versus Holly and
yeah,
fucking Aldana go straight to the title shot, let Juliana Pena get a win. Because now it's just fucked. Now we
Juliana.
might have to see Edmund Shabazian as a fucking main event.
They should just give Juliana
Fun.
the belt and let her keep it. That's how I feel.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, who looks better holding it in that division?
Uh,
Facts.
her last loss, though, she got to redeem herself.
Who in the division looks better holding the belt?
I'll give it a Nunes. Fuck it, she could retire with that. That whole division's ass, anyways. Holly Holm, come on,
Nah, Pena.
Pennington.
I'm just
Pena,
fucking.
he said.
I'm
Irene Aldana. You seen them big ass fucking feet?
What? Her feet?
Wait, what?
Everything
We're
everything about that
done, man.
Mexican woman is great. Even down to them big ass feet, dog.
I
You
should
know
have.
this is recording, right?
All right, man. So I should have capped it off 4 minutes ago, clearly. Man, listen, everybody on Tape Crew, I think most of them have bounced out because we do this shit forever. But thank you guys. All you boys that showed up at the beginning, thank you, boys. I'll still be here every week. All right, that's it. I'm gonna cap that shit off. I'm in the group. We anybody wants in the group, let me know. It's not such a intense group over there. We message all day, but we don't fight and argue too fucking much. Anyways, you boys have a good one.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Have a good one.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Good chat.
Appreciate
Let's make
you.
that money, guys. Let's make that money. Have a good one. Be safe.